Hello, happy Saturday. I was about to say happy Sunday. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna give people a chance to come on in. I am feeling fabulous today, and I know that I am on CP time. I normally check in with you guys at 12, but I had some things going on within my home. So I just had to tap the hell in. Um, but yeah, let me put some music on. I'm just feeling kind of good. This is some non-copyright music. I just want to jam out a little bit before people actually come in because I'm feeling fly. I'm feeling good despite all the troublesome things going on in my life, and the sun is shining. So I'm just, I'm feeling good. But yeah, let me play a little bit of music because I feel like dancing and get my TikTok together so I can say, hey, what's up to everybody over there? But let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, let's get it. I'm having a day, y'all. Wait 1 second. I am feeling good. How y'all feeling on this Saturday at 1 o'clock? Hey, 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 everybody. Boy, let's get it. How was your week? We're gonna talk about it. I want y'all to tell me how y'all week was. I want y'all to tap in and tell me how y'all feeling. If you on my TikTok, say hello. If you're looking on all my other pages, you see that top quarter one is above me. That's my TikTok. Hey, what's up? Hey, user 10886018. This long ass name. How you doing? I don't know if you're a female or male, but let's get it. Today's going to be a fabulous day. I don't know about y'all, but I plan on turning things around for me. Uh, uh, uh. And I'm normally never on camera on Saturday. That's how fucking great I feel, y'all. So come on in. Share the love. Share the love. How was y'all week going so far? Listen. My weekend started out a little crazy, but I'm here. I'm not defeated. I'm smiling. I like to shout out my tribe up. Hey TikTok, tribe up. Hey, 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 hey. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. When you're feeling a little bit down, what is it, melancholy? You get up in the morning, you take that hot shower, you pull yourself together. If you're a female, put your face on, pull it together, put the face on, put the hair on, and lift your spirits. Turn that music on. Hey, come in. And my granddaughter is here. You want to come in, granddaughter? Come here, granddaughter. Come say hi to everybody. My boo-boo is in here. Look, she's hiding. What? Yeah. Look, she is too funny. She just showed her arm. She don't want to show her cute little face and all her nice little hair. Why you don't want to come on the camera, y'all? Come on, boo-boo. Say hi. Oh, Lord. All right. Mom, you are on the live. People can hear you. Happy Saturday, everyone. I am so sorry that I am late. Forgive my family, y'all. Forgive them. Did y'all hear my mom in the background getting at my boo-boo girl? It's actually in this room was actually 3 generations. That is amazing just to see myself, my mom, Actually, it's four generations within this house today. My mom, myself, my daughter, and then my beautiful granddaughter. How are you doing, son child 51? She said, "Hey, yes, my week was good. Thanks for asking." Yeah, I gotta ask, right? So if this is your first time, TikTok, hey, and everybody else that's watching everywhere else, right? And I will drop the link in the comments. This is my check-in Saturdays. It's when I actually come on and say, "Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Let's just have a free flowy, just alive, celebrating ourselves, celebrating just any and everything about us, our family, our accomplishments. Hell, let's even celebrate the bad times that we're having because even those moments you are still alive, you still feel alive. So for me, y'all, yesterday, let me tell y'all. See, listen, I'm actually on camera, and that's probably it. The Saturdays I'm normally not, but this Saturday I said no. All the doom and gloom that I'm going through, starting yesterday, I need to get on camera. I need to cam up. I need to get up, and I need to get out of my misery so I can come on this live. So that's why my camera is on. But either way, y'all, listen, my pipe in my house burst and it effed up, it muffed up my daggone beautiful chair that I used to live stream in my wonderful in-home studio, right? And I was like so upset last night. I mean, I tried to cry, but I really couldn't cry. It was like a dry thing. Like, I want to push the tears out, but I couldn't. So all I could do is just be angry and go, ah. But you know what? Thank goodness my tribe was there. Like my tribe just pulled on up and they were the support system that I needed to get me through. How you doing, L7C? That's on TikTok. Well, yeah, my tribe actually helped me get through it. So shout out to my tribe. Hey Maybach, hey Maybach, peace, Grand Rising. Yeah, my tribe actually helped me get through it, y'all. Like they called. I don't even think they really realized that they helped me. Like, of course, people like Mel, I actually called Mel. Oh my God, Mel, my baby's burst. And normally we have this banter about us. Like we go back and forth, but he saved the banter piece and actually just found it in his heart to listen. Oh my God. It was just it was dope. I'm like, yo, he actually listened. And so I got to ramble on and then I got to call the bestie, and then I got to, chat it up with her. Then I did a live stream. Did y'all, speaking of the live stream, did y'all see that awesome live stream that I did last night with Talib with the awesome meditation and all the things to help you become the best you? That was awesome. And it was actually the right moment and the right time for me to actually engage in that because I needed it. I was going through crisis last night. And so, yeah, I just, my tribe just showed up. And then after that, Talib and I just chatted up on the phone. Well, not even on the phone, on the live stream. And we just talked about just everything. And it just helped me clear my mind. And it brought me to an actual clarity space about the importance of having your tribe and more importantly, understanding who's in your tribe. That's just as important. And their strong suits and actually being able to accept your tribe for who they are and what they can provide in your life and what you can provide in their life. So shout out to Talib. Y'all need to watch him. So every freaking Friday, tap in. Hello, y'all on TikTok. Tap in and you need to tune in. Well, not to just to live, but all the shows, but definitely on Friday, tune in because I really needed that moment. I really needed that moment because again, imagine coming home from working a freaking 11-hour shift and your pipe broke and then your ceiling is just on the floor and you're like, but my tribe helped me get through it. And so kudos to them. And I am even more fonder of them. I love them more. I appreciate them more. And I actually feel like in this universe, in this vast universe, and in this world where it's just multiple people, I have a core set of people that's going to show up for me when I need them in the appropriate way. And that is awesome. Hi y'all. Hi. Hey Bass 2C on TikTok. But yeah, it's just an awesome thing to have people just show up for you. And so yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And to live and his techniques, hun, with me talking, amazing. Really help me get through, really help me, put things in my life into perspective and put the people in my life into perspective. But I'm just chatting it up. How is your Saturday going? Let me know. How is your Saturday going? What's your moral of the day? Saturdays I always have the moral of the day. What is my thought for the day, my moral of the day, your mission of the day, however you want to word it. Mine is to accept love the way it's presented. That is my mission for the day. Accept love as it's presented. All of us have different love languages, all of us have different backgrounds, but it doesn't make the love less. So I'm learning today, and my mission, and based off of yesterday, is just to love fully and allow myself to be loved the way the person wants to love me fully. As long as it's full, as long as it's not half-ass. So that is my mission for today. So as I encounter everyone in my family, because my family is up visiting, my mother, her love language and how she loves, I am learning to accept that for what it is. My brother, his love language, how it comes out for him, I'm accepting that as, he want to give it to me. I'm not putting um how I love on to him. I'm not doing that anymore. My granddaughter, of course, they're little baby butterflies, and we are trying to push more things into them than allowing them to show us who they are. I today am allowing her to love me, her grandma, her boo boo, the way she wants to love me, and the same for my daughter. And just coming from that perspective, you can't really feel a way about it, right? When you're open to receiving it, because there is no expectation. It's nothing that I'm looking to get. I'm just more or less looking to receive and giving out the love that I have, that I want to give to them. And I'm hoping that they receive me in the way, in that loving way that I'm trying to push. So, but yeah, that is my mission, to just love. Love, 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 love. That's probably my mission every day. But, like I said, I'm fine tuning it. And to just explain, I am okay. So in a relationship, right? Have you ever dated repetitive people, like the same type of person, and you keep getting the same type of outcomes, and you keep coming in with the same behaviors, and you can actually read that person? Well, sometimes in life, it's not going to happen like that. You're going to actually meet somebody that's totally different, that moves different. And me, and listen, I'm using me, I'm checking in with myself. When I meet people that's like that, I normally re- reflect back onto past relationships. You look for something to associate it with past relationships, and I don't mean just like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. I mean parents, siblings, friends. I try to reflect and say, does this look familiar? So that I can adjust myself within the love process and, understand. But sometimes you're not able to do that. And when you're not able to do that, I know for me, it gets frustrating. And so I start trying to force that person to change their love language that so it can fit and suit me. Now, is that really accepting that person for who they are, or is it me projecting onto them and wanting them to give me what I'm used to because I'm not willing to change myself, or I'm not willing to check myself and say, yo, you're learning a new person. You have to navigate that person a different way. And just because it's unfamiliar terrain, that don't make it bad. It doesn't make it not worthy. It just means you don't understand. So it's your job to get it. It's your job to try to talk to that person to understand it versus forcing on that person that has a love language of, the strong, stern guy in the family man that doesn't really speak about love, but you see it in acts. It's just the acts of kindness and gesture, but you're used to the person just being a love bomber, and that person isn't doing it. You can't expect them to be a love bomber. You can't expect them to be any of the things that you're accustomed to. But what you can expect to do when you meet someone is to accept them for who they are and understand them for just that, just in that moment, just understanding who they are and the space that they are in. And it's nothing wrong with asking questions, even if the person is not open to receiving it. Just so maybe you gotta, keep chopping at the bit and say, okay, yes, I want to love you, but I'm not understanding your love language. Could you help me in this space? Like that transparency moment. And you'll probably realize that in that moment that you do that, you and that person actually just get closer because you decided to have that conversation. You didn't belittle them for who they were. You didn't dismiss their feelings. And I'm the first to admit I have that problem. And I have grown within the last 24 hours with just changing my mindset to say, you know what? I need to understand this person. And if I love them enough, I'll understand their love language. I'll take the time and learn them. So Sunchild said, patience, understanding, and acceptance to move forward in all situations in my life, in my everyday life. Yes, you got to. You got to. Von said, interesting. That may be true in some cases. No, I think it's true in all cases. If you sit down and you get to know people, just for to the the core of them, you'll have a better experience instead of the experience that you're projecting onto them. But that's my mission. I'm accepting love from people the way that they can give it to me. Now, that doesn't mean that because I'm accepting this love, I have to accept whatever relationship they may want to have with me. That's something different. But I can put them in a space that's comfortable for me, and we make it, work, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, um anything, a partnership. You get to decide all of those things. But what we cannot control is how that person presents. And that's what it is. So Vonda is saying, if the energy not right, I am not giving my time. Well, I get it. Sunchild says, yes, understanding how they were raised has a lot to do with relationships. Some come from damaged homes and don't understand how to have a relationship. Right. I agree with you, Sunchild. And like I said, this is not even about just being in a relationship with somebody. This is just about any style of connection you make with somebody. You got to understand, like, a lot of misunderstandings happen because we don't take the time to understand this person. You know, have you ever been around somebody and y'all slang is different, and they say something, and in your town, if someone said it, you would pop off, but in their town, if they said it, it's perfectly fine. That's sort of like how we are in these relationships. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, that is where I am today. I'm just accepting love as it comes. If it's right for me, whether it's for a relationship, I'll convert it over to there. If it's right for me as a friendship, I'll convert it over to there. If it's right for me as an associate, I'm converting it over to there. Whatever it is. And if it's family members, is just what it is. Is what it is, and I have to deal with them in a certain capacity. So that's where I'm at. Now, if y'all see all of these things as above me with all these multiple screens, this is some of the things that's going on with me. Um, on top of me, on the other side, this one says, "How was your week?" That's my TikTok page. So if you're on TikTok and you would like to come up on the panel on there, you can actually be streamed on multiple platforms at the moment. I don't see anybody that's trying to actually come up, but you are more than welcome, and you can share your piece and tell me, where are you at this moment in your life? What is it that, what's the moral for your day? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you working on? What's going to make you a better person? Um, yeah, basically what's happening with you, because this is where I am. I guess essentially I'm drawing it out. I'm just accepting people for who they are. And I'm just not trying to change you. I'm just, seeing if it just fits into my life. That's where, I am. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat, because this is just basically open forum. Anybody could come up, anybody could come and chat, anybody could come share. Actually, you can actually call in. I'm going to put the number, because I had a couple people on my last live that wanted to call in, and I didn't have the number up, but I have my little speaker next to me. If you want to just chat with me and let me know how you feeling, and I'm willing to do that. But yeah, let me drop the link in the chat. How are you doing this Saturday? What is it that is the moral of your life, and what's going on with you? Let me drop this link in the chat. Let me know how you doing. And like I said, it was a process. My tribe came and helped me out last night and gave me, the strength, wisdom, and courage to face what I was going through. And then they helped me through it, each one in their own individual way. So that's the number if you want to call in, 302-312-3534. But let me know how you doing. Now, above me, until someone actually calls or comes up or hit the link, I was supposed to go live last night at 10 o'clock after I ran Talib's show. And it did not work out that way because of what was going on within my house with the pipe busting in the basement or whatever. So I didn't get an opportunity to do that. So what you see above me is the topic I was going to discuss. Do you believe you're the prize in a relationship? Do you believe you are the prize? And if we get enough people that's willing to actually have the conversation, we can just brush through. And I do apologize to everybody on TikTok. I had y'all riled up. Y'all was waiting for me to discuss it, and I was a no show. I do apologize. I had to get myself correct mentally. Also, in the corner box, it's over. Wait a minute. There. Wait a minute. Over there. It says the check in. Now, as most of you know that are, my regular followers, I have a mobile app. It's the PGNT app. It's available in both the Apple and Android stores. You can download it. I have a space there. If you are a blogger, if you like to write, download the app and write and tell me what's going on in your life. How are you checking them? Write a blog so that we can read it and it'll be dope. And I can share it on some of the shows. What's up, Maybach?
What up? Grand Rising, grand afternoon. What's up?
Grand Rise on.
I'm driving. As you can see, I'm in the vehicle.
Oh
I
Lord.
agree with what you were saying earlier, as far as when you were saying that, getting to know people. Of course, it's common sense. If the person is worthy, like you said, it doesn't necessarily mean friendship. Necessarily mean in relationship. It could be in friendship. It could even be a family member. You know what I'm saying? My ain't the same people 20 years ago. We all evolved out some way. We
Look like Maybach done froze up, right? So we all evolve. I heard that much. So it look like Maybach is kind of frozen. Hopefully he just come back in. But because I'm sure he's about to say something very impactful. I did see a caller. Let me see if I could call them back. Let's pray that it's not a bill collector or anybody or whatever. I'm trying to call you back. Let's see if I can get you. Oh, there you go. You're back.
yeah, I had to leave and come back. See, let me let y'all people know something, because that was just the proof of it. When they telling you we communicate through satellites in space is a crap of bullshit.
Oh God. Look how his face froze, y'all. His face is definitely frozen funny.
Right? Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Frozen?
No, you're not frozen now.
Oh, see, okay. So the point I want to make is there's dead zones. The area, the street that I was just driving on, that always happens. Whether I'm listening to something on YouTube or whatever, it always drops. You know what I'm saying? And I could see it on my next to my 5G, the signal. I could see it go from high and low. So that's letting y'all know we ain't getting no communication from no damn satellites, y'all. There's cell towers, and for the most part, 8 out of 10 times we have wires that's running underneath the ocean. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to this war, but one of the messages Iran said is they was gonna mess up our underwater cables because that's how we communicate. But anyways, what I wanted to say is that I agree with you as far as learning people. We need to learn. Same thing with our children. You have children, I have children. So I have to learn my son. I have to learn my daughter. I got to learn my siblings. You know what I'm saying? My brother, my sisters, family members, friends. Everybody should learn, everybody. That's like me and you, right? And we always talk about this. We could joke around. Now, someone who's on the outside looking in may think that we're going at each other, you know? But really, that's how we communicate with one another. And we know we're being sarcastic, we know we're being joking, but to them, they looking at it saying, oh, them two could never personally get along. And it's like, no, we actually do get along. That's what we project to y'all, and that's what y'all are seeing. But you know what I mean? Like the balance is dope. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to keep spilling, but yeah. You look froze on my end.
I am not frozen at all. I am moving. I am definitely moving. But yeah, I think this is what I'm saying is important. I hope people is someone out there just listening, because we walk through life and we expect ourselves from everybody. And I can admit I am a person that do that. Like, I want people to show up how I show up, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
It
cause
doesn't make them a bad person.
yeah, because when you call me, I'm like, oh man, what's she gonna tell me? And you just was telling me everything, and the worst thing that I could have did was, not listen to you, not give you words of wisdom to help you in that moment. That's why I said, yo, I know it's something bad that you just came home to, but there's a message in all of that. Remember, I said that. I was like, yo, there's a message. We just gotta find what the positive out of the worst. You see what I'm saying? Like, this the other day, you called me, we was talking, and you could kind of hear it in my voice, and you were like, yo, you all right? And I was like, yeah, well, I just got a phone call, early in the AM that a dear friend passed away. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the phone with a couple of homies, was on the phone talking about the brother, trying to figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the hours that we was on the phone, we was talking about how that man impacted, our lives and what type of
Right.
friendship we had with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of sitting on there feeling sorrow, we were speaking of him. And again, I've did a video on IG and people said, yo, you should do more like that. But again, it's me. I gotta feel it. If I don't feel it, I can't put on no fucking camera and put on a front. But anyways, I said that when my father passed away in 2012, because since a kid, I was exposed to going to a lot of funerals. And what I noticed in the funeral, whether it was my dad, my godfather, people who had businesses, people who made made tons of money, people that had property. Again, my dad, my godfather, I told you the story about my godmother. These are people that I knew showed you how to be a boss without telling you. They showed you by their action, own multiple
Right.
properties, businesses. But listen, when we die and people say, hey, can I say a few words about your dad? Or can I say a few words about your godfather? Or can I say a few words about your auntie or this person? It's not about how much property you owned, how many
Right.
fucking cars you own. The stories that I see, and it's from all types of funerals that I go to, services, whether it's wake or funerals, it's all about how this person impacted other people's lives in a positive manner. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Right.
what it's not about. Oh, Tyrone Johnson had his master's degree and then he did 2 years and got his bachelor's degree. None of that shit matters because again, we're
Right.
not measured in life. Oh, yeah, that's achievements that individual, got. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not here and people go up and want to speak about, something, a connection that they had with you or the type of friendship that they had with you, Master's degree, bachelor's degree degrees don't come up. It's about, yo,
Right.
this woman over here. I remember times where I couldn't eat. This woman would make me a hot meal. I remember times I had money. I didn't have no change to get on the bus. This person would give me a ride to work every day and tell me, don't worry about it. Those are the things that people are going to remember. I don't, my father invested a lot of money. I was telling you that the other day. I don't know how much money he invested. That don't matter to me. It was the memories that we shared together. That's what matters to me. You know what I'm saying? And again, having old school Caribbean parents, they don't talk a lot. They don't tell you this and that. Their way of teaching you is by what they do, their actions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So again, I had to learn my father that way. And I
Right.
told you, like, the dopest thing, you know, that I got to do before he passed, I was the last person that he spoke to. You know what I'm saying? Before he went. You know what I'm saying? To the next life. We spoke for a whole hour, and it was dope that I got to ask him and have a conversation with him. Again, that was more important for me to do with him than him buying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was priceless at the end of the day to me. I'm always gonna cherish that. So again, that's what life is about. Like I said, I just came from the store. You know that we was talking. I had to, buy some dress up stuff just for a funeral. These last 6 years, I'm losing a bunch of friends. Even a cousin of mine, in that. People are here today and they gone tomorrow. I got two friends that I thought they was trying to reach out to me. I'm saying to myself, oh, I'll eventually get to call them, thinking that I have more time to spend, and I'll get to that. And I didn't even get to that. Both of their Saint, I lost two friends where their sisters is calling me the next morning, telling me, "Oh yeah, my brother's not here no more. I wanted to tell you before you see it on social media." And I'm like, "Yo, your brother just was hitting me up last week. Oh my God." So now I try to make sure that I reach out to people. I don't sit here and say, "Oh, life is life," and life is life, and for everybody, we get it. But all it takes is, like, what, 2 minutes to call someone and reach out. So again, I know I kind of went off of, what you were saying. It's just something that I felt like I got to say, because we get caught up in life, a lot of the times where, oh man, work, I don't got no time. I'm seeing people work 8 hours and don't even interact with their children when they come home. You know, they're not asking them if their homework is done. There's no spending time because the person is so tired. They take a shower and just go lay down and getting ready again to do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So, you know, You know how I feel about that, man. That 9 to 5 mentality. You know how I feel about that. I spend as much time as I can with my children. Went on a field trip with my daughter. That shit was beautiful. I wish my parents went on field trips with me. They was too busy trying to work and make money, you know? So again, I just felt like I had to say that. You know what I mean? You're on mute. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I said that's a beautiful thing because you're a male and you're sharing your perspective. In most cases, people are used to seeing a woman saying that I checked in and I have to change the way that I'm receiving relationships and change what I'm doing.
Well, a lot of times when a man shows emotion, shares his deepest secrets, 9 out of 10 times you're told to toughen up. You're told, yo, you gotta be a man. You know what I'm saying? And all this other shit. And that might lead to depression. It might lead to stress. I'm thank goodness that, like you said earlier, I have a tribe. I have a solid foundation of people that actually care about my well-being. So if I need to be
Right.
emotional, I don't get judged on being emotional as a man.
Right.
I don't get critique or criticized as, oh, this dude is being too emotional. I was just on the phone, and you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't get thrown in my face. And a lot
Right.
of times that's what makes it tough for us men to open up. Like I shared with you that, the other day when I was on the phone with three of my friends, like I said, from 6 in the morning till 12 in the afternoon, we were on the phone, not just talking about a friend that passed away and the friendship and relationship that we had with him, but we also was checking on each other's well-being as well. Like, yo, remember I was telling you, I was like, yo, a friend told me, yo, when was the last time did you get your colonoscopy test done? These are the things that when we reach a certain age, we're supposed to have. It's not about, oh, I'm going to my homie's crib and we're gonna watch the football game or basketball game, and you might get the download to ask that type of question, but you don't even ask it because you're afraid that someone's gonna say something like, "What the fuck are you?" I don't. Again, we're at an age where if that's what's happening, then you don't have no real friends. If you can't
Right.
talk about real situation, real life issues and problems that our community have, I learned the other day, 85% of melanated folks is on dialysis. Now, you
What?
know, yeah, 85% of melanated people is on dialysis. I'm talking about our people, us. You already know my mom's is on that. One of my best homies, my A1 day one, he's on dialysis. You know what I mean? That's something I didn't know. That was crazy. When I heard that percentage, 85% is on
Mm.
dialysis. And my godmother got cancer. I'm helping her out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, godma, take some sea moss, some soursop. Those are anti-cancer properties. You know what I'm saying? They got anti-cancer properties. That help out with that. Am I a doctor? No, I'm not. But nigga, I want my godmother to live as long as she possibly can. And guess what? Remember I told you, my mom's is going around telling my siblings in the neighborhood, hey, my son Mel, he's a doctor. Remember I told
I
you that?
think that
Yeah.
I
So do
think
I
that's
need to be
cute.
certified for people not to listen to me? Am I Dr. Sabi? No, I'm not. But guess what? I read a lot of his books. And he's telling you what to do. Everything starts with dieting. But you got ignorant folks that will say something stupid and ignorant. Oh, he's not no doctor. Why would I listen to him?
Well,
But
no,
listen.
nobody's ignorant. They just misinformed.
Well, it's to me, it's ignorance. Again, when like the things that I like to talk about, what I tell you, the first thing they say, oh, you one of them. One of them who? Oh, you a conspiracy theorist. So there's no conspiracy facts. There's none of these things has like, bro, what are we talking about? Again, listen, man, no disrespect to nobody. It is what it is. I'm just telling you, me, even when I was young, dumb, and full of, whatever, I still was listening to the elders. I just was a stubborn, hard-headed dude that when you told me don't go up the street, I ran up the street and see why I can't go up there. That was the difference. But it's not to say that I didn't have a foundation or people, I didn't have both of my parents or I grew up in a single family. I always listened. Again, I had to learn. Again, that was me. Oh, Mel, don't touch that grill. It's very hot. I had to touch it and actually get burned. That was just my thing. But what I'm saying is, when I overcame that and people started giving me game, I didn't know, where you getting this information from? Oh, you went on Google and read that? Oh, you one of them? So if my mom's just saying, stop eating fast food, why would I say to my moms, oh, mom, you one of those conspiracy theorists? Or was you watching a Dr. Sabi video? People just don't listen. Again, when the truth hurts, that's why they react the way they react. And don't get me wrong, right hand to the sky, I was that guy at one time. When people was telling me about myself, I did not want to hear it. And that's why I'm glad you always start off by saying, I had to check in with myself. That's taking accountability. That's the first number one step. And that's powerful within that. You don't have to get no financial gain in that. Yeah, people think having power is, financial gain. Remember I told you, and I shared it on the last live. Oh, you always saying you Haitian and this and that. What financial gain did you get out of that? So everything got to be a financial gain. Why not just knowing who I am, my
Is
family tree,
enough.
is enough. That knowledge is power. Ain't that what they told us? Knowledge is power. There's power in the people. So what are we talking about? So you could
Knowledge of
say these people
self
are
is
misinformed.
power.
Yeah, you could say those people are misinformed. To me, it's pure ignorance. It's how I see it because of how they respond to what you're saying. Again, my godmother, even if she wasn't my godmother, she would receive everything that I inform her on. And again, you know what I do? I don't just say these things, I show her the proof. I show her the truth. I show her the facts. So there is no denying what I'm saying. Because remember, I
Right.
told you what the first thing she said is, oh yeah, one of my daughters told me that she's been getting me soursop. She's been getting me sea moss. She's been getting me this. I help my mom's out. My mother's on dialysis, and I'm helping her out. And my sisters, who are
Right.
two nurses, don't even know as much as I know. And they certified from the medical field. What are we talking about here? So because I read books, that means I don't know. And like I tell people, right? I study political science, right? The same textbook that they use in these universities, I studied and got the same textbook. Now, does that mean that I know everything about political science? No, I'd be a damn fool to say that. But do I know more than the average bear? You goddamn right I do. So when people want to try to listen, whoever wants to debate me, so when I'm telling you about politics, that's because I studied that. I know what I'm talking about. Do I need to be on CNN for somebody to listen to me? And that's the problem with our community. They'll listen to some fool that was put there, okay, with the propaganda and the agenda. They'll believe that guy. But somebody who's close that they could actually pick up the phone and call, they dismiss you. And that's the problem with us. That's the problem with us. Facts. It is. It's the truth. Malcolm X talked about that. Malcolm X talked about these type of people. Facts.
You go and then you want people to really check in today, huh? You you
Hey,
check
listen.
in.
Listen, I told you the numbers the other day. The live we did Thursday, people are hitting me up like, yo, y'all energy, man. It's in sync. That shit is synchronized. You know what I'm saying? But again, to the Negrums, I don't see them two lasting too long. But that's again, we started off by building a foundation, learning each other, knowing each other. Now I'm bringing it back to what this topic is about, knowing who your friend is, knowing I know what you like, you know what I like. I know what you dislike, you know what I dislike. I know how I could say something and you could finish my sentence. And we've known each other for what, about 6 years? But that's just learning each other. Again, people just be like this. Oh, I know exactly who they are. Are you sure you know that? Because you really don't have no clue. You really don't have no clue. And that's why people
Oh
either
my
love me
God.
or they don't. Because the
Listen,
God,
oh,
you
if
know,
you my real
go ahead.
friend, what's my favorite color?
Really, really. God damn it! It's all over on the screen. What the? Like what? Come on now. Like, come on. Like, come on. Anybody that knows you, if they don't know your favorite color, then they damn sure don't know. They don't know nothing else. They don't know nothing else. For real.
Listen, have you had difficulties with, as far as the love language thing, reading it, accepting people for their love language? Or do you also, like me, just try to push off yours on other people? Because I would have that problem. Like,
I
listen, I
mean,
want you to love me like this.
I used to be like that, but like like you said earlier, I had to realize like, to simplify it for the people way in the back. You could super respect somebody, right? And every time you see him, your energy, oh, shut ah. But sometimes they see you, it's just like, oh, hey, how you doing, Tyrone? And you're like, damn. When I see this person, I greet them with the most, you know what I'm saying? Again, people are gonna give you what they want to give you. And that's something that I had to learn. I'm big on not having expectations. Because again, when I had expectations and those expectations wasn't met, it bothered me, and it affected me. So I had to go through certain experiences to learn that people are going to give you what they want to give you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I deal with it. But I did have the problem at one time. I did used to, no, you got to love me this way. And it's got to be directly this way. It was like everything was my way or the highway, you know? And that's
Yeah,
not, that's not, yeah, that's not realistic. That's not reality. That's what we
right.
want and that's cool. You know, I always joke around and say this to you. This is another example, right? I could dream all I want of me and Nia Long together, right? Right? Me and Leah Long being together, right? Walking down that aisle, you know, the love of my life and everything. But then again, I gotta come down, right? Because I'm so on the whole galaxy, just me and her. I gotta come to reality at times and say, you know what? This ain't this will never happen. You know what I mean? So that you know, but there's nothing wrong with being a dreamer and dreaming that big. You know, we supposed to dream that big. But some things are, you know, we gotta make it a reality. You know, it's gotta be logic. And me being the person that I am, everything gotta make sense to me. You know what I mean? It's gotta be logic to me. I can't speak for nobody else. But yeah, I used to do that. I used to have expectations. I used to think, you know, the people got to love me a certain way. When you hug me, this is the way you got to put your arms. It was like, and that's not realistic. Like, who the fuck am I? Am I a dictator or something? Like, you know what I mean? When you place my food on the table, it's got to be at a 45-degree angle, you know? But again,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I get it. Like for me, I gotta feel your love. It's gotta feel like it's wrapping all around me. It cannot be calm. When I'm in the room, it's just gotta be so strong that it's a magnetic. It can't be soft and quiet. I used to be like
yeah,
that. Like, come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
that's
not
just too
that's not realistic. Yeah,
yeah,
it ain't.
that's just needy on my part. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta do the inner work now with me because I
There's
shouldn't
nothing
need all
wrong.
of that.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that again. But is that reality for that person that you want that from? You know, again, and something important that you said earlier goes back to that too. Communication is everything. And I know somebody made a comment and said in certain situations, no, communication is in every situation. If two people that don't speak the same language can communicate, right, and get a understanding and a overstanding of one another,
Oh,
why
I
can't
think I
two?
got a caller.
Yeah, so
Hello.
why can't? My
Hey,
fault.
this is Sunchild 51.
Hey, Sunshine, can you hear her, Mel?
Yeah, I can hear her.
I was trying to connect it to the speaker, but go ahead, Sunshine. We can hear you.
Hmm.
Okay, I was trying to keep from losing my thought pattern because I'm a senior citizen. I wanted to go and talk about the relationship.
Damn, she went out.
No, she didn't. She
See?
said, "Go ahead, Sunshine."
I'm coming from the old school, okay, and what I'm looking at is the fact that a lot of our things that we knew about and understood and was taught from the old school disappeared when we came into the 70s. You know, I'm the Negro, okay? I'm the one that was changed from the Neji, indigenous person, to the Negro. We still had our own ways then because I grew up like this, okay? Back in the day, no man would be bothered with a woman that had children. And that wouldn't even be a public thing. And the thing of it is, like with my mother and father, my mother was born in 1919 and my father was born 1905 in the Jim Crow law. And my mom grew up under depression. Okay? So they still had their connection because my grandmother was born in the late 1800s and she knew who she was because she told us, and so did my mother and father. But from the manipulations, okay, and the fear that they went through, because we don't experience, we hear about it, like they still hanging us down south, okay, and killing us, but that was something they faced with every day. But they still stuck together. My mother was a seamstress and she was a delivery person for pharmacy. My father sent my brothers and sisters to school because he was a minister. He went out there and did his thing during the daytime after he sent the children to school. Now, I'm going to tell you, my sister and them grew up in segregation, and they had a good education. My mother's education was very good because our people taught them. And so my sister loved her principal, and she loved the janitor in that school, and they were married. It wasn't about money. It was about them getting along and surviving together because of our situation. Our situation really ain't changed. What they've done is began to separate us through finance, but we still in the same situation. Matter of fact, they done moved in everybody else from the islands, from Africa, from the Middle East. Everybody else come in here, okay? They assume our identity. They assume the rights that we had that we can't use, and they move forward. And then, like, they tell us what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, in relationships, we got to get our mind right. And the most thing we got to do is we got to remember, because through the pandemic, this is real. 10 years in the 80s, we lost a lot. Many of us died. Our children died. We lost property because we had passed things down to our children. And what they put out there, that bomb they put out there, it destroyed us across America. I'm telling you, because I was in the research for 10 years behind it. Okay? My thing is, a good relationship comes in with a conscious mind. Everything comes in with a conscious mind. If you ain't conscious of who you are, where you come from, your history, you know what I'm saying, then the relationship is not going to work. So I just wanted to say that we have to remember, and we have to come back to where we were. Because once we can understand that, we going to hang together. Because I'm going to tell you something, tell you why they integrated us. They integrate us because through segregation, we were still building. They just wouldn't allow us to have certain things. We had doctors, lawyers, schools, everything we had. And we created everything we did in segregation, they took from us. They had to separate us because we create better when we're in a group. We're tribes, and we create when we're together. They've separated our families. They've separated our communities. We're at this point, we're living on life support. So relationships to me is the second part, because the first part come in with your consciousness, with you understanding who you are, where you come from, and begin to utilize some of those things. You know, to be able to kind of like come together, because we our worst enemy. We up here backing everybody else in the world, but we ain't backing each other. We can build a whole city if we come together and put finance together, like the island people and the people from Africa. They have kitties that they come together with, and they help each other. Yeah. But they won't let us do that because we will grow. We are creators. That's real. You know, and you know, we're the only people that's did what done happened to us, you ain't gonna find happen to nobody else. But yet and still snatching everything from us, going through all that we going through. It ain't a degree out there that one of our people ain't got. They may not get a job in it, but it ain't no area we ain't covered. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that, you know, relationship starts with self, because you got to be able to love yourself, understand yourself, you know, be able to get rid of those things that, you know, in your household that we linger along with us and we grow up with, and we just continue to use it in different ways. there's a lot of things we have to get rid of, especially as us as Nietzsche people that they turned into Negroes. It's a lot of damage that was done to us and still doing it. So I just had that to say. I had to get that out, Peach. And I appreciate you for letting me do that, okay?
Thank you for calling.
Well, thank you for letting me express my view. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great Saturday.
You too.
You
All
too.
right, take care.
Peace.
That was powerful. I mean, she hit it right on the head. Basically, what we've been saying here, you got to get yourself right before you can actually come to someone else. You got to know exactly, well, knowledge of self. You got to know who you are and your flaws and your shortcomings and be able to recognize it when you're engaging with someone else. To say, let me check in, like you just said, in friendships and everything, like with me and you. When I'm wrong, I address you as I'm wrong, Mel. Like, yo, I'm wrong. Boom. And
Yeah,
let's
we
have
make
this
mistakes.
conversation.
Yeah, we make mistakes. And like I said, you know what I mean? Like, there's times where I was wrong and I had to tell you, yo, my bad, or whatever the case may be again. Whoever ain't trying to do that, then you're never gonna evolve. You're never gonna better yourself if you don't start with yourself within. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't be wrong, but you're right. Five different people that have an issue with you, you got to start looking at yourself and say, damn, maybe it is me. Five different people got a problem with you, but people will sit there and say, no, it's all of them.
It's
It's so,
them. It's
yeah,
not
it's not.
me.
So again, what I learned is, you know, for a lot of people, it's easy to just blame someone than to take accountability on themselves. It's easy to point the finger than to check yourself and say, you know, I got five friends, three women, two guys, or three guys, two women, all have an issue. And it's the same issue they all have with me. How can I process that in my mind and say, no, it's them. It's not me, because I'm fine. I'm perfect. It's like, what? What are you talking about? So your shit don't stink just like everybody else's? Really? Come on, man. Again, got to take accountability. That's why when you asked me that question, I told you, yeah, I used to be like that. I used to try to control the relationship. No, this is the way you're going to do it. And if you don't do it my way, then you get out of, you know what I'm saying? And that's not, again, and you said this plenty of times where people push people away. You know what I mean? Either you push people away, you know what I'm saying? Because some people ain't going to deal with that. They're going to be like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? So he think I got to do it. Yeah, I can't do it my way. I can't love on him the way I want to, or I want to express it. I got to express it the way he's controlling. That's and again, that's not real. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's not real. It seems like a dictator who's trying to control shit. That's what it seems like.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So again, it is what it is, man.
Hey, Smack.
What's going on? Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Great discussion. I agree with a lot of what the lady who called on the phone said because that's how I was raised. Like what she talked about. It wasn't. Nowadays, people are. You've done a couple of shows on it, Peach. People are more interested in what you bring to the table, and they want you to bring the whole table, and they ain't got shit. You feel what I'm saying? They're expect when say that, I mean like finances. They looking at how much you make, and when in a relationship it shouldn't even be about that. It should be about the two of you bringing it together. I can't wait until you have the show on Are You the Prize in a Relationship, because I never looked at it like that. I've looked at we both the prize, to be honest, and we all move together. But great conversation. What I enjoyed the check-in every time. I just wanted to get on here and give you your flowers, to be honest, because I was having a pretty bad day today, and I had to check in with myself today because I noticed I was a little snippy with a couple people while I was out, and I had to go back and apologize to those people because of of something I'm going through myself. So I'm glad you had this check-in coming in. I can't really, comment, but one of the things I did want to say is I no longer hold people to a higher degree like I used to. I'm tired of holding people to a higher degree, because then here you are doing everything you can for them, helping them with everything, and they not seeing it in the same way. And then the energy change. I'm big on energy. If your energy ain't right, I mean, I'm gonna give you a couple times, but I can't give you a third time. We're gonna have to either have a discussion. If you're someone I consider my friend, or even someone that I deal business with, if your energy keep being off, we got to talk about it, because I can't work with people who got a negative way about themselves, and they're trying to leech off of me, or use me in a way that benefits them instead of it benefiting all of us. You feel what I'm saying? And I see a lot of that today with some of my friends. But one of the things I was gonna actually email you is, how do you deal with that when you can see something but the other people can't see it, and you just see that they just taking and draining that person, and they're just at the drop of a dime, they're hurry up, getting up, going to do whatever these people asking. The whole time they just using them, but they don't see it. And so I've tried to invite them to come to your show, listen to some of the stuff. I sent some of the links to them, but it just seemed like I'm just trying to help a friend out to understand what their worth is, and that they shouldn't be jumping up like they are and believing everything that somebody says.
Mm, I don't
Mm,
know.
okay.
So basically the question is, if somebody is giving and they're not getting anything back and they're feeling used, how do they stop doing that?
Well, now I see it, but they don't see it. They don't
Okay,
see it at
well,
all. My friend doesn't
but
see it. She
but
don't
is
see it.
that their experience? Are they feeling used?
Yeah, because they come and tell me about it, or ask me how I feel about it, and I tell them, I like, sound like you being used.
Okay, well, if they feel like they're being used, is either they got to change their mindset about giving, or they just need to stop. Because for me,
Yeah,
when
I
I
just
do stuff,
That
I'm
simple.
giving because I don't expect. I'm not expecting anything if I give it to you, because obviously I have that resource to openly give. So if I give it freely, and it's not a thought on my mind, because you could never use me for something that I'm willing to do. But if I'm feeling like I'm giving, and then you're using, then that's a me thing, and I need to check in with myself and separate myself from that. But then I also need to further go inside of me to figure out why
Hmm.
I'm feeling that,
right.
because
Cause see,
that's
I'm
my
thinking about like,
experience.
'cause for me, I'm like, I don't want to be that person, but there are times that they've called and I don't answer because I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. And for me, I'm to the point where I'm distancing myself, because I don't. If you could come to me and speak it, and you can't see it, I don't know how to make you see it. And we've been friends for a minute, but my thing is I'm almost to the point where I'm trying to sever that relationship, because I don't need that in my life. I don't want that around me. You feel me?
Well, I don't see how that's around you, but for me, it's simple. And I think Mel and I had this conversation. It seems like when I said, listen, just tell the person you don't have the capacity to have that conversation, because you're not, you know, you don't want to keep engaging in that.
Yeah, I've done that too.
That don't mean you have to sever the relationship. See, I don't know how much
Yeah, when you
that
start
person's
asking
friendship
me to borrow
means.
money to take care of that situation, yeah, that's a problem. I don't want that
Okay, well
around
then
me.
then to me that's back on you then. You need to check
Yeah.
in with you.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I already have. I'm trying not to be nasty, but yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It seemed like a lot of accountability going on there to me. Like nobody's being accountable for self.
Exactly.
I'm being accountable for self, because I say no, I don't have it, and I don't have the capacity to do it. That is my new saying. That's been my saying for a couple years. Capacity. So I've been saying it, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I appreciate the advice.
You're welcome. So yeah, this topic, I mean, is crazy. Well, should we even try to touch on that?
What? I mean, you already know me, man. You know, people call me Stone Cold Steve Austin. Listen, a relationship, friendship, if I see it's a whole one-sided thing, see, that's why I'm glad I'm a scale. If the scale is like this, and like you said, I'm giving and all the person is doing is receiving, and there's no equal balance to it, nigga, it's simple for me. I detach. That's it. Because you ain't gonna come up off of me. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a real solid foundation with the person, first and foremost, even in a relationship, you gotta become friends first, right? You gotta be friends first, right? And then now you get to learn the person and the person knows you. Now, as you learn in the person, you realize the person's friendship or whatever with other people is just about finances. You know what I mean? You know who's a
Yeah,
user. You know what I mean? You know who uses people and you know who doesn't. So again, that's on you. So if it's like, come on, it's just like, right? Men or women that get with partners that have financial gain, right? It's not always it's to see it's like, oh, I'm going to use this person because what does that tell you about that person's character? Remember I shared with you, I'm like, yo, I got some homies, they go after women only with money. But what does that say about them than the person with, you see what I'm saying? And some
right.
people are just willing, like you said, they give and they give, but then when they reach a certain place where it's like, okay, I'm giving, but I'm not getting nothing in return. So what do they
But
do?
this
They Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you have a point. Go finish. But I
Hmm.
have something I wanted to say that it
Hmm.
might sound offensive.
Uh-huh.
But to me, in order for you to recognize a user or feel used, that
Uh-huh.
is an experience that you give other people.
That's a fact. Or some people see that you quote unquote blow pop and they're gonna suck on you. How many licks
No,
does it get to the middle? I mean, it is
yeah, I
listen, go ahead. Go ahead.
I am a firm believer
Mm-hmm.
that if, like, for me, when I naturally give to people, I don't
Mm-hmm.
expect anything, right?
Yeah. That's because
Because
that's
that's
who.
just who I am and
There
that's
you
my
go. There you
experience.
go.
But
There
if
you
I
go.
have to feel, but if it's a business transaction and I
Mm-hmm.
give you something, then I'm
Uh-huh.
expecting something. So
Correct.
to me, the
Correct.
person that's
Correct.
giving to the party is
Mm-hmm.
because you are also a taker yourself.
That's why I said it
That's
all
why you
starts.
want, yeah, you want something back because
Correct.
that's why you're doing it. You're a
Yeah.
taker too.
That's
You're
what I'm
just
saying.
not winning on this end. You're the
And
other
it's built
person
on
winning
what your
and you ain't
friendship or
winning.
relationship is on too. That's what I'm saying. It's
Right.
built on what your friendship and relationship is on. You understand what I'm saying? Like how, okay, you and I, right? We do business together. We done said it plenty of times. People should know that. You know what I'm saying? You notice that I'm an asset. I notice that you're an asset. You know, whatever you invest, it's gonna come back and it's gonna come back double time. To where somebody else may not do that. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, no, everything's gotta be straight down the middle. It all depends on what type of friendship and whether it's even in business. What is the business built on? That business friendship or relationship that y'all have, what is it built on? And then it goes from there. Just like how some people say, what was it? Teddy Pendergrass, one of my favorite guys, where he's like, yo, it's not 70-30. Well, he started off by saying it ain't 80-20. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a 50-50 love thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true. But he knows that. That's what it's on. I do my part, she does hers. Everything is, again, remember I said it on the last, was it? Did I say it on the last live? I don't think so, but I said in a conversation to you, um, I learned, I first heard it from an elder, and then Joel Santana said it in an interview. Joel Santana said he learned from someone older than him that said, we all here to be used. We're just not here to be misused. And there's a difference there. You're gonna be used by your friends. You might have a car. Your friends say, "Hey, can you bring me over here?" They're using you because you got
Right.
something that they don't have. Now, is the
Right.
friend gonna turn around and say, "Here's $20 for you bringing me over there," or do they have an expectation of, because y'all are friends, so when they ask you for a favor, you're automatically gonna do it? again, it's based
Right.
off of y'all friendship. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a difference there. Because
Right.
me, again, I could ask my own brother to take me somewhere if he's taking me, and that's my brother. I don't put that expectation, well, that's my older brother. He's 3 years older than me. He's got to take his little brother where. No, I turn around and be like, yo, here, bro, what's that? And I'm like, yo, this is for your gas tank. He'd be like, nah, little bro, I got you. You know what I mean? Now, again, I could either leave it in his cup holder in his car, or I could just put my money back in my pocket. It all depends again. And that's my own blood. I don't put expectation on that. You know what I'm saying? Again,
Right.
it all depends on what is y'all friendship built off of. What did y'all build it off of? Did it start off by you loaning this person money or you giving
Right.
them money? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not
Right.
comfortable like that with a lot of my friends, and we got 20 plus years. I could name a bunch of friends that I ain't never asked for a dollar from, and vice versa. It's not to say that we can't do that with one. We just don't have that type of friendship. We'll
Right.
be there with each other for everything else. Same way I told you, I got sisters. I never asked my sisters for a dime. Me and my brother, yeah. I have that, you know what I mean? It's not to say that I'm not close with my sisters. It's just that that's the dynamic in certain people's family, friends, friendship, and relationships. You know what I mean? So again, that's what it's built on. And the lady who called in, what she's talking about is kind of like a foundational thing. And I've shared that with you on Philly OG's platform. We take it that far back. And this is where I would say I agree with her. But again, this is 2026. This ain't the early 1900s. You see what I'm saying? Things is totally different, you know? And these people,
Right.
they did a great job. If people go research the history of when they gave women welfare and housing, how the way what was it again? The dude that became president when JFK was assassinated, he was the vice president. Lyndon B. Johnson, I believe. He implemented something about giving women money. So now it's like, okay, I'm gonna remove the man from the home and I'm gonna give this lady government assistant. And now the man is taking out the household. This, if people go do their research on a lot of these programs, how it was implemented to remove the man, it was to break our, that bond that we had, that foundation of what she's talking about, what the caller talked about. I forgot her name, so pardon self if she's still listening. There's a lot of beautiful things that she said, but now you got Negroes selling each other for crumbs. I mean, they throwing their mamas under the bus. So you not you would like, come on, And Malcolm X talked about that. He said in our community is the only community where they'll take a comedian and turn him into a activist. And I've done lives about this, played clips about Malcolm X saying this. He said you'll never see them take a white comedian like Bill Burr and turn him into an activist. And with the point he was making was about Dick Gregory, because he was asked about Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And he felt some type of way towards Dick Gregory. So he broke it down like that. He was like, yo, these people, again, the same people tell you, and this is a fact. J. Edgar Hoover, the president of the FBI, said, if you ever get a Messiah, just know that we picked them for you. So when we fiending for these people, that's why I don't idolize nobody and I don't worship no man. I mean, people that live by the Bible tells you not to worship no man. But we so much looking for a leader. A lot of these people are paid for and bought already. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
stuff like that. So
Right.
again, look at what they say about Martin Luther King now. All this backstories now, all of a sudden that's coming out. He was sleeping with this one, he was sleeping with that one. They had surveillance on him doing wicked things. So again, I mean, you know, it is what it is, man.
Sunshine, hold on. Sunshine, the link is in the chat. If you click the link and come up, everybody can respond and chat. With the phone, they can only hear you. You won't be able to they won't be able to hear. Well, you can hear them, but it's kind of a little harder.
Hmm.
It's difficult. But
Yeah.
coming up on the chat, click the link. I'll put it back inside. Hey Talib, I see you popped in. Um, Everybody has their opinion on everything or whatever.
Hmm.
and I think it's, it's going to be kind of gender based, but I do, agree that a lot of things has changed because of the welfare system, changing the dynamic of the families. But I also believe that, hmm, we could have made some other decisions.
And that's another thing too. Going back then, and this is another thing too. We're quick to accept everybody, right? We're quick to accept everybody, but people don't respect us, right? And I was saying this to a homie the other day. You got people get into the music industry. They use, they use us to get into the industry, and then they do a whole 180 and change. Like Post Malone, he was starting off rapping, right? He talked about Iverson, had the braids and everything, and now you couldn't get him to rap right now. He's doing country. You know what I'm saying? Again, we let everybody into our homes, and they just tracking mud all over the floors in our house and everything, and they don't even show no respect from the door. And that's the problem. That's why I told somebody democracy ain't what they project it to be. And going back to something that she said, you know, when she's like, oh, they let all these foreigners come in and all this other stuff. Well, again, that's another thing this country's built off of. And it has nothing to do with really letting people in. It's all starts and end with money. Let me let the Asians come in. The Asians could come in and settle and start a restaurant, but the restaurant's got to be in the ghettos. It's got to be in the hood. Go ahead. I know you probably wanted to read a comment. You know.
No, what I was about to say is this, and please, please, black people, my people, whatever you want to call yourself. Um, the most loveliest thing I've heard on here is when Talib said last week when we had the discussion, do you like your race? When I
Hmm.
hear people say, people from the Caribbean, because both of us on here have a Caribbean background, we have people, those people are Americans.
That's a
We
fact. Correct.
so they're not coming in taking things.
Nothing.
They are
Nothing.
Americans. We are Americans,
Please don't
and
get me
we are
started,
all
because they will not like me. They'll try
yeah,
to
no,
cancel me.
just don't start it, but we
No, no, it's not in a bad way. It's about the true facts. Like, yo, the United States
no.
would never be the United States if Haiti did not help them. They keep Haiti out of it. A man, I told you, remember I told you about Philly OG's platform where this guy asked me, like, oh, how can a Haitian found Chicago and this and that? Like, listen, man. So what? The first black millionaire from Wall Street was a Haitian guy. Okay, so again, Haiti has something to do with America. We were Moors. If people just do their research, what do you think Haitians are? We're Moors. But people want to come out
Okay,
with FBAs and all of
but
these divisions.
all of
We
us
are,
is what though?
huh?
All of
What?
us,
Mm-hmm.
all of us are what?
Well, I feel
No
like, yo, we
matter
all, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
when you trace back everything, right? No
Correct.
matter what time you came here, where did you come from?
Yeah. Listen, I tell you this, and this is a fact, right? If people can get really where they really come from, guarantee this fake we're Africans, you more Caribbean than you are African, and that's a fact.
But what
Guarantee.
is the
If
Caribbean?
huh
Where's the Caribbean from?
I mean, it's
Where
in the
where
United States. Yeah, it's in the
Okay,
United
but you
States.
Caribbeans have traditions and cultures from where?
Well, they say where? What are you talking about? Africa?
From
Is that what you talking about?
Africa.
Yeah, I mean, again, you
So
know
it
me.
all goes back to that.
Again, you know me. I only subscribe to that a little bit, and I'm still learning about that with my elders from Haiti that are saying, I know they say we are cousins with West Africa, the Nigerians, and these other continent. They don't really fully subscribe to that as well. And I'm learning that for real. My mom's is 85. I mean, she just turned 86. Last month, she turned 86. She doesn't subscribe to that. Again, Tahinos, right? Haiti, before Haiti was called Haiti, it was called Hispaniola.
Uh-huh.
And Tahinos
Uh-huh.
was there, right? Natives, right? Okay, whatever.
I believe
I'm
that.
using the PC term, yeah. But again, I'm just saying, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. So what does that make me? American, right? And there was a
Yes.
time where they didn't call it America. So, and like Brother Nasir says, I like what he says. Whatever it was back then, call me that. Because Africa, it, is named after
Right.
a pale guy. You see what I'm saying?
America
That's his last name.
Africanus.
Yeah. And
Right.
Africans themselves, when they talking to each other, they don't say, oh, a Nigerian don't say to one who's from Senegal, I'm African. No, he tells them I'm Nigerian. And the one from Senegal tells you I'm from Senegal. I mean, they don't even
But
use the word African, but go ahead.
okay, I get that, but that I mean again, if you listen to everything that we say we do,
Listen,
you could
listen.
find that think that comes from Africa. Like, listen, I'm an Asian, I'm a Jamaican,
Yeah.
I'm an
Listen.
American. Isn't that what African do? We roll in tribes.
Yo, listen, I'm like you, right? Be what you want to be, because I forgot what the
Yeah.
thing I forgot what the thing is called where humans is saying that they are dogs and they're walking like dogs. Yes. So be what you want to be. I mean, if you want to say, yo, I'm Batman, you're Batman. If you want to be Spider-Man, I don't care what, just like I don't care about people's sexual. Listen, man, be what you want to be. I know who I am. Don't think that you could come and tell me who I am. Again, Jesse Jackson, this African American thing was in the 80s. Okay, when he went out there to Africa and visit and came back and said, "Oh, those are our brothers and sisters out there." So, like the lady said earlier, we're the only people that nationality or race has been remixed a million times,
You
but it's
know
never done
what?
to the. Listen, the Chinese know who they are. A Korean knows who they are. A Filipino know who they are. A Trinidadian know who they are. A Bayesian know who they are. Why is it we're the only people that the race kept changing from being this to this to that to this? That's why, again, if people want to be crayon colors, be a crayon color. We are not. Just like a
Here's the
white person is not
thing.
a white person. They are Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains.
Let me
Okay. And
ask
it
you
was a,
this.
go ahead.
Why claim a small piece of land when it's all yours? I don't consider
Yeah.
myself,
No, that's a
I
fact.
consider all of us as one people. We
Yeah.
just divided and speak different things, but I am indigenous to the planet
Correct.
Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
don't see, all of that, the divide, but ultimately, if you pay attention, you could tell we all the same people because we have
Yeah.
basically the same
Correct.
customs and
Correct. Now, is there
um
people from different areas that do come here and act like they better than? Yes, I totally agree.
yes, from
Because
everywhere.
because again, even though I stand on what I stand on, I've been on, this. I'm just saying to the masses who are the people that do watch, I be on platforms where in my state, I can't speak for no other states, where a Haitian comes over, a Guatemalan comes here to Boston, Massachusetts. I've told you this. They're giving them $32,000, right, to purchase a home. They're also giving them $5,000 spending money, $1,000 for grocery and free cable. Now, do I agree with that? That you see, I be telling people, right? They put labels on these monies that they give to people. This is all reparations money. And let me speak for me. Again, let me speak for myself. What I feel like is that's all our money. That's reparation money that they just put a label and a name on it. Listen, again, how many times I've said, my father taught me a government that don't take care of its people is the enemy. So they're telling you when so-called Biden was president, right? He's sending all this money to I almost said Venezuela, not Venezuela, to Ukraine for war. But how many homeless people we got? From Massachusetts, which I told you about, methadone Mile is worse than what's happening in Kensington and Philadelphia. Okay? And there's tons of videos of that. But I told you Vice, the TV channel, came out here and did a documentary on how bad it is out here. All of these states. I'm hearing where the Super Bowl was played at in San Fran, people are at decent 3-star, 4-star hotels, and there's fiends up front. There's homeless people right outside their rooms. Like, yo, the government, like, listen, man, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
lie.
let's get
Yeah.
off of that. I'm gonna read what Sunchild says. She said, "I will say this thing, and I'm out of the store. First, I am not part of some foundation he talk about. I am what is left of the people that lived here, and you did not build America. Have a good day, and leave it at that."
I never said we built America. I didn't say that. I'm saying Haiti helped. America get the Louisiana Purchase. That's why when you go to Louisiana, they adapt the Haitian culture with the house, the colors of the homes. That's why people say they Creole out there. That's why it's a big Creole, Caribbean influence. Haiti is like listen, it's only like Haiti's only like what, an hour or two if you fly away from Miami. It was part.
Mel,
Go ahead.
I get
What?
it.
Yeah.
But what
No, you get it.
everybody is missing is Haiti and Jamaica and all of that is a part of what country?
Yes, it's a part of America. Exactly. That's a
So
fact.
therefore,
That's a fact.
Haitians built Haiti, so Haitians built what? A
Listen,
part of America, right?
yeah, you already know that. Correct. I mean, people can feel how they want to feel.
So so
I,
what is the
yeah,
conversation about? What
yeah.
is the
I don't, listen, I don't, that's why I said the truth doesn't need nothing to stand on. Facts never needs nothing to back it up.
um
People get
to
caught up when you tell the truth, it touches people a certain way. And again, the truth doesn't care about feelings and emotions. I'm sorry. It is what
okay.
it is, you
I'm
know?
just going to put it out there for everyone that's watching.
Mhm.
Talib said it best last week.
Uh-huh.
We all went to history class, right? Just to
Hmm.
settle this. When you
Hmm.
talk about Caribbean people, you're
Hmm.
talking about Americans living
That's
on
a
the
fact.
island that were slaves in that island. So
Correct.
even if they came and hit a stone somewhere in the mainland,
Hmm.
even if they never
Correct.
did, they still are entitled to reparations because
Correct.
they were slaves in Jamaica, Haiti. Well, wasn't it called
Correct.
Hispaniola, whatever
Yeah, yeah,
Haiti
yeah. It's
was?
still, you can
Okay,
say Haiti. Yeah, yeah.
so here's the
Correct.
thing. What are
Correct.
we fighting over? We
Yeah.
were all slaves here in
I'm
America.
not,
And when you
listen, I get what
say
you're saying. I'm
no,
not
I'm
fighting.
saying it to the chat. I'm
Yeah.
saying it to the chat. So
Yeah.
anything that a Caribbean person could have done that is an American feat, that means it represents you too, because Caribbean people are American people.
Correct. Correct. I'm just saying 1804, the first Black Republic. That's a fact.
He
You
didn't
could
say
believe what you,
Haiti found America.
huh?
He did not say Haitian people found America.
I never said that. Again, see, that's what I'm telling you. When you reading comments like that, it's touching people a certain way. I
Yeah.
never said that. I told you when you read her comment, I never said Haiti built anything. I said they helped America get the Louisiana Purchase. That is a fact. That's not a lie. See, again, listen, man, I'm done with this, man. I'm
Yeah,
done. I,
let's leave that topic
I'm not
alone.
doing the, yeah, I'm not doing none of
Yeah,
that.
let's
Again,
push on. Just for me, everybody just take a brief moment and when you or sometime throughout the day and just look up what continent Haiti and all of these things are on. And
listen,
while we're at it,
people
don't
just don't
just
want to
think
admit.
that yeah,
That's all.
don't just think that North American people were slaves. South American people were slaves. And South America, if you is closer to what? Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll tell you at the tip of the northern tip of South America that they were actually brought in from Africa. So how hard is it for you to believe that people that came into South America and migrated down aren't
Yeah.
Africans
Yeah.
that
That,
probably
that
made it to the
that's what I'm
island?
saying. That's what I'm saying. I said a Haitian man founded Chicago. That is a fact. So this is what I'm saying. 1804. 1804. We're the first Black republic to take their independence, not get it. We took it by defeating Napoleon when he was conquering everywhere. So what are we talking about? Listen, man, again, I speak on facts. I speak on facts. I don't come with opinions. Opinions, everybody has one. It's like a bathroom in a home. Every home has a bathroom, one or two or three or four or five or six, right? I come with facts. That's all I'm saying. I come with facts. That's what I do. It is what it is. People could feel some type of way. Again, if somebody's dropping facts on me, I appreciate that because I love factual stuff. I want to know the truth. I don't want to be sold on what I was told or believe in what I was told. And you know me with the word believe means to still be in doubt. That's what I took from Dick Gregory before he passed away. And I love that from him. You want to know what it is, not what you've been told what it is. Like what they say, there's history and then there's his story. And there's a difference. And there's a difference.
It's
Yeah.
listen, it's just not a big deal. We to me, we're all family.
No, we are.
Um,
We definitely are. I like to learn from the elders. You know me. I love learning from the elders. But again, we got to come with facts,
but I'm
not
not
opinions.
understanding. We want unity, but we have to come to a place where we learn to love ourselves first, and meaning love this. That's why we had that conversation. How do you feel
Mhm.
about your race?
Yeah. And listen, me, I was born in 76. I'm about to hit the century mark. So I come from that era, or we come from the era where we was calling, hey, what's up, brother? When you saw another black man that looked like you, right? That's walking by, you called them brother. It wasn't what's up, my nigga. We wasn't saying that in the 80s. We was like, what's up, sis? What's up, sister? What's up, Nubian queen? That's what we come from. And you know what I feel about the word queen. Y'all are empresses, okay? That's what y'all are. Not no queen. If people go do the research on the word queen, they will never use it. And it ain't nothing nice. Okay? That word queen it
Yeah.
doesn't, again, this ain't our
Now, I
language.
just I just want to say to everybody, everybody's entitled to their feelings and emotions. We're not trying to
Mhm.
make anyone feel any kind of way. I thank everybody that pop up on here. I just ask that we all have, just open up our minds a little, do a little bit more research. And again, like for me, just try to find love. Just love. I think we more powerful if we stand together than versus us arguing about who is from where and who's doing what and who's getting. We all getting the short end of the damn stick. You know, we all are getting the short damn end. Whether you black in Africa, black in South America, black in Haiti, and that's not by coincidence. So let's try to lead with love and peace with that. Accept each other, love each other. We're all the same people. We just come from different spaces. So, but let me see something. Let me see
Let you
something
see
because
something.
I'm about to show just let's see. Where is it? Is it gonna show? Let's show the world map. How about that?
Just like I was asked about the Haitian female who went on a podcast and was calling the brothers on the show that they dusty. Well, not calling them dusty, but was saying stuff. And people asked me how did I feel about that. I thought that was disrespectful. Again, I'm American born. Lack of a better word. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, so I'm from this soil. I'm from here. Now, is my parents from
Okay.
here? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I got the map, right?
Hmm. It
And
ain't showing. You got your things up there.
I got what up there? You see it?
You,
You see it in the corner?
where? Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah. Okay, the top
So
left.
I
Yep, I
got the
see it.
map, even though it's upside down, right? We all know about what is it, the Perry Reese map, and it's flipped the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
So y'all see how close? I mean, even if you don't believe in the slave trade, right? Can you possibly see where an African could have came from Africa and went to South America, which is right there? You see how close that is?
Hmm. And
So
like you
what's
said,
so hard about these people floating over? And then it's a land bridge between South America and North America.
hmm and
Now,
like
if
you
we're
said,
innovative
uh
people, why wouldn't we? Is
yeah.
this like far fetched to believe, or is it? I don't know.
No,
I
again,
can't
a lot of
understand.
people not subscribing to the story of you taking human beings from one side of the world and supposedly bringing them way over here, like Talib was breaking it down. And I like the way he was breaking it down. I've been on platforms where they don't subscribe to that. If I can't, right? If I don't, remember I said this, right? If I have a piece of steak in the car and I'm going to your state, right, which is 5 and some change hours away, and I don't put it on ice or something, what happens? It goes bad. So you mean to tell me humans survived those treacherous storms in the ocean and all of that to make it over here?
Okay, and I could go with that, but
Yeah.
here's the thing:
Hmm.
before the slave trade, you don't think it's possible that our ancestors, I mean, of course it was we blacks already in the Americas, right?
That's
But
a
is
fact.
it not possible for those Africans to cross over to South, like I'm showing you, take something across to
No,
South America and walk in? And so wouldn't that make us essentially African anyway, no matter how you
listen.
got
Well,
here?
I'll say this: there was already indigenous people here, right? And
Hmm.
the Europeans came and conquered the land, did what they did, remixed stuff, and try to tell you that this wasn't yours, this is theirs, right? On some terrorizing stuff, right? Or whatever. Like we all should know the true story about uh uh the Thanksgiving story, right? Now, was it the Indians or the natives that they talking about? No, to me it wasn't the Indians. It was Moors that was here. It was, indigenous people that was here. Where did
Okay.
those people come from? You know what I'm saying? They was already here.
Yes, they
Now,
were here.
yes. Now, was there some people remixed and brought in? Yes, there was all of that going on. So I get what you're saying. Yes, there was people taken from other places and brought here. However, they
No, why
came.
do they gotta be taken? Why we just couldn't been here contributing to the culture? So wouldn't that essentially make us associated with Africa? I'm not understanding what's the big deal about being associated with Africans anyway. I
There's a
mean,
lot of people
again,
that just feel there's some type of way. Some people will say that they Indian. Some people, there's a whole spectacle about that. You had a white woman from my state, Elizabeth Warren, claiming she was native, and Trump kept saying to her, take a blood test, take a blood test, and come to find out that lady was freaking lying. But she was benefiting off of that for years. You know what I'm saying? So again, we know about the $2, or is it called the $2 Indians or $5 Indians? We know about that too. People that have money to pay and be claimed, you know, and stuff like that. That I just saw a documentary talking about Jewish people was had slaves. You know what I mean? They were
shit,
slaves.
black people had slaves.
Exactly. What's her name? Kamala Harris's dad. He was a Jamaican who owned land and he owned slaves in Jamaica. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
there's slaves.
Yeah.
Black people, yes. I hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
again, they were slaves everywhere. Your own
All
people was
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
correct.
we created the slave, the idea of slavery, indentured servants and all of that. So it's just,
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
No, but I
Okay.
agree. I agree with you. I don't do no separation as far as like, oh, I'm my nationality is this and you're not one of me. You know what I'm saying? Because your parents ain't from there. I don't play that. There's a lot of people that do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, you got all of these aboriginals, you got these FBAs, and what do you think those things are? Are still divide and conquer groups.
Right.
Because there's no this when you say to an FBA person, okay, show me geographically where you come from. They can't even point to nothing on the map because that's an organization you created, brother. You're not from no landmass. You're just talking about this is who you are. Like, come on, man. And again, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to offend nobody. Again, if anybody gets offended, then I don't know. Because that's never my thing, is to come on here and offend people. I know what I know, and you can know what you know, and we can, respectfully agree to disagree. But I don't attack people personally. But some people just be feeling some type of way when you say certain things. And again, my favorite saying that my daddy taught me: if you're gonna be a killer, kill people with facts. Don't be out here really murdering people. But
You
kill
know
them with the
what?
facts and the truth. That's all. So
I think this topic is a great one to ask everybody to check in with yourself and ask yourself, what is so bad about being an African if you are? Not saying that you are. Let's put it this way, not saying that you are. Just check in and ask yourself, what is so bad about having an African ancestor? And why, if you're saying that you don't, why do you feel that way? Because we obviously have so many ancestors that you can't account for every last one of them.
correct.
So ask yourself, what is it about being African or associated with an African that makes you feel a certain way?
Mhm.
And I guarantee you it's deeper than the slave trade. It's probably deeper than, whatever it is you believe it is. Because I'm not. Because of this. Just ask yourself, what is it? And also while you're doing that, check in and ask yourself, what is so bad about being Caribbean?
Correct. And I feel like a lot of people, that's what they have in them is Caribbean. You know what I mean? They'll have a lot of that in them more than they'll have the African thing. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's
Just
just
check in and ask yourself. That's, again, everybody, I think you should believe whatever you want, but I think you should take the time to sit down and just check in and ask yourself, why does it make you emotionally upset that there's a possibility that you can be either have some African blood or some Caribbean blood? What is it that truly makes you upset about it? And then
correct.
I think the real conversation could happen, and then you could unpack some things that you might need to unpack. Because I mean, really,
Yeah.
really, I've told you my family story.
Yeah.
They was oh, you don't date a person from another place or a person that's Caribbean. You don't date. But then to find out that my grandfather is actually Caribbean, it's like, what?
What about when you told me, right? You said, yo, one of the downloads you got first about me is you're European. And I told you, I said, well, as far as I know, but again, do I know everything? No, I possibly do have some European in me. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't profess to know every goddamn thing. Again, some people, no, some people they stand on it.
Right,
Again,
they're adamant, and then when they
they
find a
adamant
little
about it. Yeah,
nappy
they'll tell
head
you
jigaboo, they like, oh
correct.
God.
Correct. They'll be like, "Oh, I know for a fact. I don't have no European. Well, I don't have no this and that." And I'm like,
Right.
"Okay, all right. Well, it is what it is, brother. Again, I'm not here to tell people who they are. Like I said, what the shit is called, not gender. What is it called? It's called something trans something where people are saying they are dogs. Y'all can look this up. It's happening in Australia or Austria, and it's out here in the States. People are claiming to be animals. Yes. So who am I to
But
tell the
people,
person if they want to claim a dog as far as gender go, what are you, a male or female? And they put animal. That's on them. That's not me. That's not my life. So who am I to tell that person they're not a dog? They're not a German shepherd. They're not a pit bull. It is what it is. You know? You can be what you want to be. Like I said, sometimes I'm Spider-Man. And it's not, you know what I mean? Can't nobody tell me that I'm not Spider-Man. I am. I'm climbing up walls and everything.
but
You know?
here's the
So,
question for me, right? And
mhm.
maybe you can answer this. And now I feel like we're having a Mel and Peach conversation that we would normally have.
Uh-huh.
Um, Instead of everybody having these race wars, wouldn't it make more sense to fight for
All right.
reparation
That's a fact.
reparations,
That's a fact.
because your ancestor actually, no matter how they got here, they put in the work to build a nation for free?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And didn't get shit out of it. You
Wouldn't
know?
that be a lot more easier to prove than
Correct.
where you're
Correct.
from, or
Correct.
your ethnicity? It's like,
Correct. Correct. That's a fact. But I told you already, people ain't gonna band together when it comes to standing firm on something. You know, I told you we don't do that, and that's we. I say we, and I'm talking about all of us. We don't do that. We seen what those white folks did a few years ago when they stormed the Capitol. You seen what they did. They band together no matter what differences they have. They don't have no issues. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Again, our
yeah,
problems always we need to get to the root of our issues because again, people quick to separate. Remember how I always say, whether it's in the city that you live in, you're from one area, you'll have somebody say, "Well, I don't want to do business with him because he's from over there and I'm from over here." or me and you don't do no business because I'm from Boston and you live in Delaware. Yo, that's the problem with us. We're the only group of folks that do that. These other groups don't do that. You seen melanated women going online talking bad about the black man or saying that they independent, they don't need no black. Did you hear Latin females saying that? Did you hear Caribbean women doing that? Did you see the Asian community women doing that, saying they don't need their Asian men in their lives? We're the only ones that do that, dog. We're the only ones. And again, remember I said to you, I watched a video where the guy was saying we have to salute these colonizers because they did a great job. And it's a fact. It took me a bunch of times to play that video over and again to understand what the gentleman was saying. I get what he was saying. They did so much of a good job that they could still do what they did back then, today, in today's form, and it's still going on and still causing division. People think it's a blue and red thing, and I ain't talking about Crips and blood. I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans. People get caught up in all their shenanigans, and it's a show, and that's the problem. That is the problem. It's other problems too, but that's the problem. Again, that's another form of separation, having people argue. Yeah, you got husbands and wives divorcing because, oh, I can't believe my husband went and voted for Trump. Like literally, families disowning each other because this one voted red and that one, like, this is what I'm talking about. And it's only us. That doesn't happen in other communities. It don't. And
Mm.
it's the truth. Yeah, we could build on it next time. And Talib can come up. Yeah, Talib can come up, man. You know what I mean? Or drop some dog again, because I know he agrees with me on some of the things that I say. And it's not about me having people agree, because again, I like to learn from others, you know. But we got to keep our opinions out of it. When we doing a segment on being, again, what do you always say? The whole goal is to be objective and not subjective. Okay?
Right.
So when I hear people talk, I don't personalize it and feel like I'm being attacked. But you know what I'm saying? And I don't personalize my message either. I'm talking to all of us because again, I don't discriminate. I don't treat this one much better because this one is a lighter skin tone than my dark skinned sister. You get what I'm saying? I treat everybody equal. That's how I always been. But you have people that do that though, because you're not, they feel like you're not one of them, so they act funny towards you, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I
Again.
think, and you know what? I want to take a moment,
Mhm,
and again, because I love accountability.
mhm.
I want to take a moment to apologize to you and to myself, on
What you do?
behalf of the people, on
What you do me?
behalf. No, I'm apologizing to you, and I'm apologizing to myself on behalf of the people that feel some kind of way about Caribbean people and the message that was relayed here today. That I don't like the American disdain toward
Mhm.
Caribbeans, and I felt like it was that energy was trying to seep into here today. So I
Yeah,
apologize for that because I don't like that. I don't
yeah.
like I hate it. And it's not
Mhm,
just because I have that Caribbean background because of my grandpa. It's just I never liked it even before then. So I
mhm.
apologize to you as an
Nah, it's okay.
American person. I
You know,
apologize to all other Caribbean people. I hate it.
Pete,
I hate the thought process.
I'm emotionally intelligent, so I don't let things bother me again. I just, I got a strong personality, so sometimes it might rub people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Again, I said it earlier. I never confessed or professed to know everything. I know what I know. And that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to learn from other people. But again, in order for us to learn, it's just like what I do with my children. I give them the facts. Just like I said to you about Easter. They already know Easter has nothing to do with what it's commercialized to be. Just like
Frank
Christmas.
popped in.
Who?
Frank.
Salute, Frank.
Hey,
So
Frank.
my children know what it is, and that's the problem. I can't be a grown man and know what truly what Easter comes from. It's a pagan holiday, and I just let again, when you're a child and you don't know no better, that's cool. But how do I move forward if I know better and I don't do better? You understand what I'm saying? So again, some people, it is what it is. Again, I'm not for everybody, just like everybody's not for me. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of coffee or tea, and that's cool. And I'm not supposed to. That's why I side eye people that don't have issues with people. Then that means you kissing ass and you just agreeing just to agree. And I'm not like that. If I disagree, I could respectfully disagree. So I get what you're saying, but you don't have to apologize. You know
No,
me.
I
I got
do. I feel like not just to you, just to everybody, just in general, just to people, just Caribbean. I just think
people
it's
just feel a certain type of way, and I get it.
foolishness when
Yeah,
you're not
towards
American.
Caribbean folks. Yeah,
Because
people think
here's the
people. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead. You go ahead.
here's
Go
the
ahead.
thing. Okay, I'm a logical person. Of course, I know the knowledge. I research just like you or whatever. But let's just talk about it from a logical stance. What good is it to feel a way about our earth filled with different a variety of black people and courting yourself off as this indigenous American? That's only a small percentage of the black population. Why do you want to be on that island left alone like that? Why do you want to be that? Because if
Yeah,
anything ever happens, and let's just say we have a global race war, white people going to see you as an African, as a Caribbean, as
there
a
you go.
freaking Hawaiian.
That's
That's
a fact.
you're not going to be separate. So why are you courting yourself off like that?
Correct.
You don't. We don't. Americans don't have the numbers. We're not even being realistic. Why is it so important?
Yeah.
Is it the money? Let's say let's check in. So this is so important because we built this nation and we don't want you to get the money.
Yeah. We all the same. It's just like how we all the same, right? We all from this land, but this person's from Detroit. This person's a New Yorker. That person is from Jersey. This person's from Miami. This,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? We're the same people, just from different parts of the United States. Okay? And this is the only country that calls it states. It's really continents, just like it is in other places, or countries, just like it is in other places. But again, that's a whole nother thing within itself. Again, like I said, these people did a great job on a lot of people, that keep running with this narrative that we all separate. You know what I'm saying? No, it's just that we all the same with just different backgrounds. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm a Bostonian that has a Haitian nationality. You're an American who has a Jamaican nationality. You see what I'm saying? Again, but does that separate us? Or does that make we just have different, parts of the world, or an island that our parents made it come from? But we are the same.
We
Caribbean
all the
folks are,
same.
yeah, Caribbean folks are Caribbean. It's the same thing, like I said, when you go to Africa, they don't mention African at all. They don't mention Africa. They all the same. They speak different dialect, but this one is from the west side of Africa. This one is from the south side of Africa. This one's from the eastern side, and then this one's from the northern side. That's what
So we got a
separates them.
gang mentality. So
Yeah,
our
that's the only thing
so
that
our
separates
race
them
has a gang
geographically.
mentality.
Yo, geographically, that's all that separates these people. Who said that? Frank?
No, I said it. We
Oh,
and
oh,
so
oh.
essentially we got a gang mentality. If you ain't from my set over
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
then
my
you
set. You ain't from my side of town. Yeah. You ain't from my side of town. I mean, dog, it is. This how you think that came about again? That's still a form of the oppressors doing that. Yo, I'm from the north side of Boston. This one, yo, I'm from the south side. It's like, what? What are we talking about here? And it's funny because New Yorkers do the same thing. When they within New York, they like, yo, I'm from Brooklyn. This one is from the Bronx. But when they outside of the state, right? Let's just say they in Miami, they don't even bring up Brooklyn when somebody asks them, where you from? You know what they say? I'm from New York. So again,
Ooh.
yeah, they don't say that. Just like me. Remember on the phone? You remember the incident on the phone when somebody was asking me, yo, what part of Boston you from? I told them what part. And they was like, oh, I'm from that part too. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And come to find out, me and the person grew up 2 blocks away from each other. You see what I'm saying? But if we go outside of the state and somebody asks both of us where we from, we're not going to say Dorchester, Mass. We're going to say Boston. Why? Because people will know Boston. Just like somebody, when you say Brooklyn, or they ask specifically, oh, okay, so yeah, if you, so you from New York? What borough from New York? Oh, I'm from the Bronx. Oh, I'm from Queens. I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah, it's all like you said. You could say it's a form of gang mentality. It's marking your territory. Yeah, it's telling the person what territory you're from. You know what I'm saying? Again,
Frank said Africa is so huge that America fitted it 5 or 6 times.
that's a
That's
fact.
true.
10 times and still won't fill it up. That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm right, Frank. That's what I was saying. Indigenous are black people. Like we sitting up here claiming sets, like I'm from the America set, the Haiti set, set. But we all just indigenous to the planet Earth.
That's a
And it's
fact.
just
That's a fact.
it's funny. And these white people done figured you out. And you're not smart enough to stop and say, wait a minute, this
Yeah.
Negro look like me, and I'm
Correct.
fighting you because this is
Correct.
my little piece of this is my set. You so
Correct.
the whole thing is your set.
Correct.
What are we doing?
The original man is from everywhere. The original man is from
Right.
everywhere. But over the years, they whitewash a lot of stuff, right? So if you went to the mountains to this day, my homie went there, right? He told me he went to China, the mountains of China. He took a picture with some of them people. Some of those Asians were darker than him, okay? Darker than him. But then they got people thinking China is like, you might as well say it's inside. It's like right by, yo, dog. It's just like, yo, it's crazy. Remember I told you they tried to cancel uh 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 Kevin Hart. He's doing a show in Egypt. This was like about 5, 6 years ago. He was doing a show in Egypt, or 4 years ago, whatever the case may be. He said, oh,
Yeah.
Egyptians are African. They wanted to cancel him because he said Egyptians are Africans. And if you go there, they don't want to associate themselves with
No,
Africans.
we're the Middle East.
Yeah,
The
that's
Middle
another
East of
thing.
what?
Yo, when you go over there, right, and you say, oh, you're Middle Eastern, they said Middle Eastern what? They don't know that term. That term was created and commercialized over here. They don't know about that. That's what I'm trying to say. When you go over there, they'll tell you, no, I'm Muslim. No, I'm Jewish. I'm this and I'm that. There's no Middle Eastern nothing. Why? Because, dog, that's all Africa. It's all freaking Africa, man. Like, listen, again, you know, it's just again, man. Like, I don't get it.
This
It's
is
just,
hilarious. This
yeah, it's just another
anybody
film.
it is if you're watching, please feel free to chime in.
Yeah.
I'm asking everybody how was their day, what's their mission this Saturday, and I guess everybody's mission today. I'm on a mission of love and loving everybody, but everybody on whatever they on, and it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Just take a moment, whatever it is, just check in with you and make sure that is right. What is it? Right and exact. Who says that? MREC is that is right and exact and is working for your
No,
greater
no, that's
good.
not it. You can't be right. You can't be right with others if you're not right within. It all starts within
Right.
first. The only
Right.
way
You
you can
have
be
to be
right
good
with
within.
others, yeah, it starts within. Same thing. You can't respect others if you don't respect yourself. You can't love on others if you don't love yourself. Everything starts with yourself. Okay? Everything starts with yourself.
To bring it back, it was something said earlier that I thought was interesting that
Hmm.
kind of piqued my interest.
Hmm.
Okay.
Something I said.
No, nothing you said. It was something that one of
Um,
the panel the chat was saying,
mhm.
and you let me know what you think because I thought it was a little strange. And you might have said it. Everybody has a different experience
What?
with people, right?
Who? Say that again.
So everyone has a different experience with different people, right?
Facts.
So
Yes.
if I'm watching and a person has the same experiences with other people, but they don't have that experience with you,
Hmm.
shouldn't you check in?
So I have experiences with
So
others, but I.
there was a statement made particularly
Hmm.
about me that I've grown
Hmm.
because I apologize for my shortcomings.
Hmm.
Now, and all of my experiences with other people, like my experiences with you, when I'm
Hmm.
wrong, I apologize. My
Correct. Yeah.
experiences with my friends, any other friends,
Yeah.
when
You
they're wrong,
apologize.
I
Correct.
apologize.
Yeah.
But if I'm
Yeah.
having an experience with you and we get into an argument and I don't
And you
apologize to you, then
apologize.
what does that say
Oh
about,
yeah.
is that a
Yeah.
reflection of me or is that a reflection of you?
It would be on me. It would
Okay.
be on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I do
But I
have
mean, that's what
apologetic
I'm talking about.
behavior.
People don't take accountability. It goes back to people not taking accountability, and they want to blame others instead of checking
Right.
in on themselves. Yeah, checking
Yeah.
themselves. There's a lot of people that's again. So I said the truth hurts some or certain people, and I had to learn that early on. Is when someone says something, especially if it's coming from a good place, to not get emotional about if they saying something. There's no malice behind it. There's no hatred behind it. They just telling you because they care about you. Moving forward, not to just to be able to deal with you, or it's just for you to be able to deal with others and just take accountability. That's all. Again, nobody's
Right.
perfect. Nobody's perfect, man. Again, you gotta be able to listen to certain people, man. If you don't want to listen and you think you know it all, then hey, continue living your life. You know it all. And to me, that don't make no sense. Because we all can learn. I learn from my children. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a grown ass man. So like what are we talking about here? We can learn from everybody. Don't matter who the person is. I don't care if it's a streetwalker. I can possibly get some gems from that person. It could be a homeless person. I can learn something from that person. So just because the person is living a certain lifestyle, does that mean I can't learn from them? No. We all can learn from each other. If you share an experience with me, that's me learning something about you, not just about you, but now I might know, oh, okay, she did that and it didn't turn out good for her. Well, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go down that road, or I'm not going to do that because I just learned off of your experience. To, hey, when you drive, be careful going down this road, blah, blah, blah. That's learning from you and listening to what you have to say. Again, people gonna do what they
Mm.
want to do, at the
Yeah.
end of the day. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
will.
Some people got they know everything. So
But
hey,
that shit is scary. How do you even grow? It's just you don't plan on growing at some point.
exactly. It's crazy. It
This
is.
is
For real.
scary.
It is. It
Oh
is.
my God. So tomorrow, Mel and I, we're going to talk about Easter. More so Mel, because you know me, I'm always coming from a space of love, and I don't like shattering people's hopes and dreams of whatever it is they believe about Easter.
No, we are going to we're gonna play clips that breaks down the origin of Easter, the true meaning behind Easter. Okay, Easter is for some religious people, it's a Passover. You know what I'm saying? It means, more daytime, less nighttime. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. The truth about it and how it's a pagan holiday. All right. It's the pagan holiday. And what is the lady's name?
Ishtar.
There you go. And what was Ishtar about?
I'm not saying today, we'll say tomorrow.
Okay, well, we'll save
But
it
we're
tomorrow,
not
so y'all tune
shattering
in.
people's hopes. Well, at least I don't, I'm not coming from a space of hate tomorrow. I'm coming from a space of love, and I don't want to shatter anyone's hopes and dreams.
Yo, don't say it like that. Like I'm coming with the hate. I'm just enlightening people and want people to know when you partake in these type of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be mindful. That's all. Moving forward, if you didn't know, just like I had to be taught, and had to learn what these true holidays, the real meaning of these holidays, and why they came about. Again, the truth should never bother people. It should never make you feel uncomfortable. Again, how do you learn and grow? And stuff like that. And a lot of us need to come out of our comfort zones because what we've been taught with our parents, didn't we do a show talking about parents lie too? A lot of us has been lied by whoever raised us. Parents, a single household, or your great grandparents, they lied most of the time to protect us. And then you have to, get
Or they
older
were
and
just
learn.
ignorant. They didn't know, and so they
There you
just
go too.
shared
There's
what they
that too.
knew.
Correct. Correct. There's that too. So again, it's about letting the people know, whoever tunes in or catches the replay, what the holiday is truly about. It's not no personal attack on nobody. So if you engage in these holidays, then that's on you. I don't partake in it, and my children don't either. But that's just me, because again, I'm only here for a short time. I got less time ahead of me. So I'm trying to give my children the most knowledge I can give to them. So, and what they do with that is what they do with it at the end of the day. But that's it. But remember, I told you, my first Christmas, I knew what it was. Well, not my first Christmas, but when my parents told me, because we already knew we didn't even have no chimney. So how was Santa coming?
Ooh, that
Yeah.
would be an excellent topic. Do these lies destroy you mentally? Like, believing in a Santa, that it does it give you a false perception of how the world really truly is?
Yeah.
Because
You know.
essentially you have to believe that it's a giving white man that's willing to come down your chimney and just give you things because
Right.
you were good.
And the name is close to a certain name that they call a certain evil person. All they did was take the N off. Like, come on, it's too much, too close into
Yeah,
proximity.
but how would that affect the child psychologically? I think that's a good
Listen,
show
it
probably for
never
to
messed me
live.
up. It never messed me up. My daddy and my mother told me straight up, I bought those sneakers for you. Your mother bought that outfit for you and your brother. Your sister gave you this. You know what I mean? Like, we knew early on who was gifting us. There was no, oh, this is from Santa. That was school doing that. School was the ones pushing all of that. We knew early on from our parents what it is and what it's not. I went to Catholic school, so I know about the
Mm.
Passover. Yeah, Catholic school was pushing that on us. Oh, it's about a Passover. They mentioned the word Easter, but when they was breaking it down to us and was teaching us, it was about the Passover. They wasn't talking about no bunny and no eggs. They did not. And I went from Catholic, yeah, facts. It was from second grade to fifth grade, you know. So that's what it's
Mm.
about. A lot of people who's Jewish, they know exactly what I'm talking about because they celebrate the Passover. They don't talk about no bunny and no eggs either. So again, to the ones who are religious, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That Easter and that bunny and all of that, that's this country that commercialized it. And Talib talks about it a lot. Everything was sold to us by advertisement. They had us thinking that we have to do this when this comes around. We got to do that when that comes around. It was all through advertisement. Eating 3 meals a day. Was our ancestors eating 3 meals a day? Make it make sense. Come on, that's all I want people to do is think, man. When you start thinking and going down these rabbit holes, we have to unlearn what we was indoctrinated. Okay.
I
To
agree. So then to me it just because I always like to look at things in a simplified way.
Mhm.
So to me, what I'm listening to what you saying, all this to me is just more back to what we do at the check-in. Everything is just designed to keep you from your inner self, like
There
just
you
a
go.
bunch of distractions to keep you from
To detach you away
sitting
from.
with you and
There you
making
go.
some logical
Correct.
decisions and
Correct.
having some real experiences in life.
Correct. 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 Like a lot of people told me they didn't know until Jay-Z said it in a song that didn't know about so-called natives being, unalive during Thanksgiving and all of that. I was like, damn, you
What? They
didn't
teach you that in school?
like listen, man, some people didn't pay attention, I guess, or they need to hear it in a rap form, in a lyric, or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't frown on the person. I was like, yo, I'm glad at least because again,
At least you
you could
know
read a book.
now.
Yeah, I like to always say, you and I could read the same book. You get it on the first read, front and back. I might have to read that book 3, 4 times before I can understand that book.
You know, again, I've been around 5%ers. You know what I'm saying? So reading is fundamental. I tell you that. I still got encyclopedias that are older than me from back then that my pops bought us, me and my siblings. That's how you was informed with a lot of stuff. You couldn't always get books from the library. Now people could just Google anything. So if you are not informed, it's because you don't want to be informed. That's how I see it. You know, but that's just my opinion. Don't kill me. Sometimes I feel like I'm a messenger. You know, and they say don't
You
don't don't
are.
unalive. You know, again,
You are a messenger.
you
You
know what I'm saying?
definitely are a
Listen,
messenger. But I hope
cardinal
everybody
sign.
learned something from here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked about a lot of stuff for here today. We
yeah.
talked about Jim Crow. We talked about
Correct,
relationships.
correct.
People did want us to touch on, do you believe you're the prize in a relationship? But I guess we could do that another time because
We could add it to the show tomorrow if you want. Add it to
no,
the
we
show.
ain't doing all that. That's just
Listen, I
by
don't.
the
You know
time.
me. I like learning. I'm not no teacher.
Yes, no, I
I
know,
love
but see, the
learning.
thing is,
I'm not no
um,
teacher. I'm not KRS-One, so I don't want nobody thinking that I think I know. And I always stress that I don't know everything. I know what I know, you know, and that's it. So I speak on what I know. What I don't know, you're going to hear me mute it up, and I love learning. I'm a
mm,
sponge. I'm a
no, but
sponge. I love
I'm gonna
learning.
ask you that. Do you just to start it? You got
Hmm.
time, or you got something to do? Because I know you.
Nah, go ahead.
All
Now,
right,
you know I'm always busy, but go ahead.
I'm gonna turn your channel on for this one.
You know,
Turn
turn
your
my channel
channel
on.
on. Okay,
Okay.
let me ask you this because that's what the ladies was waiting for with this topic.
Oh, Lord.
Um, do
Well, that's
you
nothing too crazy. Go ahead.
believe you the prize in a relate like when you're in a relationship? Are you the prize?
Listen, if do I feel like that? Nah, that's a whole different mentality. I just feel like, me. I'm a deep person, so I look at things deep. Um, I feel like soulmates do not
Hey,
meet.
big dog Philly OG, go ahead.
Salute, Big Dog Philly OG. I feel like soulmates don't meet by accident. So I'll say that. The prize stuff and all of that, you know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? It's like the guy who was on that Pop the Balloon and he was being told about his hairstyle. And he's like, I'm a bad bitch. That's weird to me. That a man saying he's a bad bitch. So to say that I'm a prize, yeah, in certain extent, I feel that way, but not that way. Not using that word, meaning like, yo, this person's gonna get a loyal person. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get a best friend. They're gonna get someone that can, they could talk to about anything and everything because I'm well diverse. You know, I experienced a lot. I know I've been around people who's experienced a lot. Like I told you, the way you learn is by opening up your ears and closing your mouth, and also asking questions. So yeah, like I said, no, I look at it different. Soulmates don't meet by accident. So that's how I'll put it to you on that form. What do you feel?
Am I the prize in a relationship?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we know you feel that way. But go ahead. Yep. Let them know how you feel.
Actually, okay, actually, no, Mel. I feel like I'm just a participant in the relationship.
Oh, she's so modest. Listen, that was a modest answer. We know when you get off this line, you shut that camera off. Nigga, I'm the shit. Scream, I'm the
No,
shit.
no, I am the shit. I'm the prize for me, yes. But as
Mm,
far as the relationship, I think that both parties are the prize. If
yeah,
you're
that's a
the
fact.
put it this way, you're the prize if you meet the person that works for you, then both of y'all are the
That's a fact.
prize.
That's a fact.
Because you could be in a relationship and it's not working and it does not feel like
Correct.
you're the prize.
Correct. Or she's not the prize. Correct. You know what
Yeah,
I
this
mean?
person is
Yeah.
just not the prize. This is no.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
you
is
found
no.
out that. Yeah, you found out that she's for the community. That definitely ain't no damn prize. You heard? Definitely ain't no prize. Or, let me be fair because I don't want people to feel some type of way, and we here to be objective and not subjective. But The man could not be a prize. He could be community hot dog. You know, he's on every corner, on every stand. You know what I'm saying? So again, like you said, that's why I said, you know, even in a bad, I say this too. When we meet people in our lives, right, in our paths or whatever, there's a good that we're supposed to gain from, you know, and then there's the negative that we're supposed to learn from, if that makes sense. So again, I'm the type of person, relationships or friendships, I used to spend so much time trying to find out, excuse me, why it didn't work or why it didn't last. While they was living, you know, their lives, I was sitting there pondering like, damn, why didn't this friendship last? Or why did this relationship only last 2 years? And I had to realize like things are not forever. One. Two, if it's a friendship that only lasted 6 months, that's all it was supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Some things are some things is not temporary. Some things are seasonal, like the season.
Right.
You was with this female and it only lasted during the spring. And then summer came, you found somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how I tend to look at things again. Number one, people are energy. Two, not having expectations but having some form of expectations, because you got to have some form of expectations, just like we have some type of form of criterias that when we dating somebody, what those criterias need to be or should be. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want people to get it confused like you're not supposed to have expectations. No, we all got, but it's got to be reality. You know what I'm saying? You see these chicks, like I think Smack said it earlier, you know, I'm not afraid, mention your name, I'm gonna say it. Smack said it earlier. Some people go in and it's a financial gain for them. That's all they looking for. This person needs to bring this to the table. I'm not like that. I'm the type of person, I want the morals, the respect, the integrity. That's what the foundation is.
So
And then
that's what the
everything.
prize is for you.
Yes, finding a woman that is like-minded like me. We don't listen, she doesn't need to check. If I have 10 things on a list, she doesn't have to necessarily check off 10. But if she checked 8, I'm cool with that. And we can work on the two. Or I can help her. It goes back to when we had the show, or y'all had the show about would you would you build your man or would a man build a woman? And you ask that. That's this is to me, you need it's similar to me. Both of these things are the same to me. You can't have one without the other. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like, yo, that's part of the same thing too, you know. And I came up there and I told you, I said, yo, the mother of my children, I built her up. Now would I build another woman up? Yes. And of course, we don't need to talk about, oh, it's got to be the right person. These are common sense things. We don't even need to break it down. It's like asking what does, yeah, it's like people will come up and say that, oh, it's got to be the right person. Well, of course, that's what we talking about. It's got to be the right person that you invest your feelings and time into. That's all, you know, we don't got to bring that up, of course. We're just asking the question, would you build a man up or would you build a woman up? Yes, I would. I've done it before and it wouldn't stop me to not do it. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh, I dated 2 women. They cheated on me. So now I'm going to bring my trust issues into a third
Do
relationship.
you
How's
know
that?
the finger?
What finger?
Somebody named the finger wants to join.
I don't know who the finger is. No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's a what's the name? Nope. I see a middle finger. Nope, you're not getting up. I don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah, it's probably a troll or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, like I said, you can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? Again, you know, are you the prize or are both of y'all the prize? You know what I'm saying? She's lucky to have you and you lucky to have her. That's how I look at things. But some people don't look at it like that. You know, I can't speak for everyone else. You
I
know,
agree with you. Are you the prize? And I don't know why people wanted to talk about that. And I didn't even think that would be a long, drawn out discussion that people wanted to get in line for. Are you the prize in the relationship? I think to me it sounds a bit narcissistic. If you was to say, "Yeah, I'm the prize,"
hmm
oh yeah, yeah, you gotta have me. Nobody gotta have you.
listen,
Nobody gotta want to be with you.
I told you a community, HO is gonna feel that she's the prize, but yet everybody in the community had a turn. So again, we could think big, we could dream big, but is it reality? Because you really think you're a prize when everybody had a turn? No, you're not, sweetheart. Mhm.
My God. So I guess we gonna collectively agree with just us and whoever's, because I see people looking at us. No, if to me, if you meet your person and y'all come together, which is very rare, and y'all could connect and work well together, then you both are the prize in my mind. You won the jackpot. You got the ultimate gift. If you are with what we like to call, in my realm, in the spiritual realm, when you get into that world, a karmic, then no, you didn't meet the prize. You met,
Yeah.
if you meet a soulmate, if you meet, I don't even know if a twin flame would necessarily be a prize, because you got to go through all the different things and you end up separating from them anyway just to get a soulmate. But either way,
Mhm.
I say soulmates that run into each other, you have, y'all are a prize relationship. Y'all doing the damn thing. And
Mhm.
in that alone, I would love to know, because I don't believe in luck. I believe in process,
Mhm.
and I would love to know the steps that y'all took to find each other, or what happened in that dynamic, because people think when you get together with somebody, there's not anything, any inner workings going on to make it work. They just think it's luck. I met you and we showed up and it just worked. It doesn't work like that. It's work in between. It's steps. It's a process that you could learn from. So
Mhm.
yeah. So I think people, again, when you meet the prize, you met that soulmate and y'all got some great negotiating skills. Y'all have some great communication. Y'all got great skills that allow y'all to adapt to each other. Y'all just great.
Mhm.
Y'all are wonderful.
Correct.
How do
Correct.
we bottle that up?
Correct.
Uh Talib said, "Hey, I just got back to the show." Talib done popped it. Talib, you done
Mhm.
missed so much stuff. We almost got cussed out by what would she be, a boomer generation? A
I
boomer?
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, a boomer almost cussed us out about race and stuff. But yeah, to live. But yeah, that prize thing is a little, I don't know. And
Mhm.
then they also say, if yes, why? And we already answered that. So if you believe you're the prize and you are single, then you got the game messed up.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, if you're a prize, why you by yourself? Mhm. I
Yeah,
mean,
you got the
trophies
game
do be
messed
by
up.
themselves sometimes. You know, trophies do be by themselves sometimes. The
Or the
person ain't collect.
shelf.
You know, and you know,
To
I
live,
got
yup.
multiple. You know, it all depends on the individual. You know, see me, I play basketball a lot, so I got a lot of trophies that are, not by themselves. You know what I mean? They got companions with them. You know what I mean? They got friends with them, but for the most part, a lot of trophies are by themselves. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you brought this big ass beautiful shelf, but you got one trophy on that shelf all by
Yeah,
itself. You
because they're
know,
the prize.
because they're the prize. Yeah, exactly. You know. Again, a lot of people feel like they the shit, but is that the reality? You know what I mean? Or they it? You know? Like, yeah, you the shit, all right. You know, with a bunch of flies around you. You know what I mean? So again,
Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh.
like
Oh
I
my
said earlier,
God.
man, I love Nia Long. I dream about Nia Long a lot. Is that my reality though? That's not reality. You know what I'm
You and
saying?
this
So
Nia Long, man. This is
yeah.
funny.
Mm-hmm. Me and Nia Long. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I gotta
if
be
you
there.
get it, or if you get her, then you the prize.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Nia Long is with me, so I'm the prize. No, realistically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, people would, some people idolize people, so they would say it would be the other way around. She's the prize, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that because she's a star and you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So
Mm.
so some people's eyes, I don't idolize or worship these people. So yeah, her being with me, yeah, nigga, I am the damn prize. God
You were
damn it.
stupid. I done took that topic off because again, I saw that as I was going through a group chat and they were talking, and I'm like, yo, this person think they're the prize.
Mm,
Are you really the prize in this thing?
mm.
Oh yeah, I could cook, I could clean, I was like, okay.
Nigga, ain't that
Can't
things that you're supposed to do as an adult? Is know how to cook and clean? What does that mean? Stop it.
what's
That don't
funny?
even, that's funny. I know how to cook
Yeah.
and I know how to clean. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
I was wondering. I was like, damn, I wonder do people really walk around saying like, yo, I am the prize, I am the shit, I am the one, I am, you need to be blessed to be with me. You should feel
Mm-mm-mm.
great about yourself because
Mm.
you're with me.
Oh Lord. That's crazy.
It don't even sound good.
It
It
don't.
sounds scary.
Oh, you should feel blessed because you're with me. I'm the prize. Like what?
Talib said, really? Talk about what I said, we got cussed out by a boomer, damn near.
Oh yeah. They no, I think they was mad at me. I don't think they was mad at you. I think they
Yeah,
was
he's
more
like,
mad at
whatever
me.
he said. I was like, oh shoot, you don't
No,
hit a
y'all,
nerve.
y'all Haitians didn't build nothing. Oh, okay. All right. We didn't build nothing. Salute. Like, whatever. Here's what it is, man. People gonna feel the way they feel. Again, when you see that type of reaction, again, it's like I said, for an example, when some of my friends used to tell me about certain characteristics and I would get upset and get angry. You know what I'm saying? So that was on me. You know what I mean? That wasn't on them. And again, they didn't say it with hatred. They wasn't personally attacking me. And it wasn't no malice behind it. They was just telling me like, yo, I can get better by, by doing this and working on this characteristic and working on that to evolve. And that's that. And then when I, again, you gotta humble yourself and look at yourself. Like we're not perfect. Again, people think there's people out there that is thinking like that. They know everything. They perfect. They don't gotta work on nothing. They don't gotta fix nothing. It is what it is. So again, who am I?
Mm.
Who am I to tell?
HNIC said, hey, Maybach, hey, Peach.
Salute.
Hey.
Salute, salute. No, they did not say hey. I'm fucking reading the comment. Where they say hey at? It says Maybach 100 and peach, and they put a peach, and you talking
Well,
about
okay,
some
it's
hey.
still the same as hey.
No, it hell, no, yo, you be let you tell the story. Oh my goodness, nigga, the shit will be so goddamn far away from the truth. It's not even funny. Niggas is telling
No, it
you.
just be my version,
Well, that's the problem. Why
the
not just keep it
remix.
how I'm reading it? It says Maybach 100 and peach with a peach. There's no hay. I don't see no hay.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
stop.
Well, it's still like a hey without writing all the words. I can read between the
Yeah, that's the
lines.
problem with women. That is the damn problem with women. Y'all see shit differently. You know what I'm saying?
HNIC, wasn't you saying hey? I know you got
No,
my back. You was essentially saying
no.
hello.
They
Maybe
ain't
not how
fucking
I
saying
said hey, but you were
no,
saying hello, how y'all
no,
doing?
no. He's not saying hey, how y'all doing? The nigga's saying what up. Okay? He's like, what up?
Okay,
You put a
well, what
P.
up? It's all the same.
No, hey and what up is not the same. Whatever, man. I'm
Why
done. I'm
isn't
done
it?
with your ass. Yo, this is all the time, y'all, over the phone. Whenever we talking, we building, we coming up with different topics. This is the same shit that happens behind the scenes, y'all. And I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna start recording us on the phone, and it'll be a whole show for y'all. Facts. It'll be a whole comedy spectacle for
No,
y'all.
because it'll be more like you're getting on my nerves.
I say that. Oh, I
Yes.
say, Or I say, yo, you could be aggravating. Yes.
Well, it's the
If you
same thing.
No, it's not. Hell no, it's not. Getting on my nerves and being aggravating is two different things. No.
Oh God. It's the same shit.
Okay. All right. Y'all,
Different
it would be a
wording.
whole show. It would be a whole comedy show for y'all, yo. It'd be a whole comedy show. Cause we be trying to brainstorm and she'll hit me and come up with these crazy ass topics. I'm like, hell to the no. We are not talking about that, but you could go ahead and talk about that. I'm not partaking in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pause moment. That's a pause. That don't
Whatever.
even sound right.
Oh, I got a list now when I talk? You
It
sound
don't
like Mike
sound
Tyson.
right.
You just sounded like Mike Tyson. I do not sound like Mike Tyson.
You be going there.
Yo, she be all exaggerating, y'all. That's the word I was trying to look for and find. I couldn't think about it.
Okay, well, I do got Leo in my chart and it makes me dramatic as fuck.
Oh well, there you
Like
go.
I
Dramatic ain't
get
even a word.
dramatic.
Nigga, call Tyler Perry and help him with some of his shows because they all the same. You need to hook up with him or somewhere in Hollywood. Just write the scripts. You don't got to be part of Hollywood. Just write scripts for him. Because I swear, Lifetime would hire you in a heartbeat.
Shut
Facts.
up.
Or publish a book. Publish a fucking drama book. Cause your
About
shit is all
what?
traumatized. Everything
Checking
is
in with
traumatized.
yourself.
And yo, y'all, she could tell you about her banging her knee on the wall, but that shit is so dramatic. She'll be like, yo, I almost broke my leg today. And you'll be like, word? What the fuck almost happened? And when you get in the story, you're like, how was you gonna break your leg by just bumping it? Like, stop it. That shit be dramatized, man. It's like, oh my lord, man.
Oh my God. Stop. Just stop. You
I
making
used
me
to fall for
sound
that.
like I'm
I used to fall
crazy.
for it before, y'all. I used to fall for it when I didn't really know her like that. I used to be all like, "Oh, word, you almost broke your leg." She used to get me all the time. Then as I learned her, it was like, "Yo, this woman here needs to be on Lifetime. She needs to be on damn TV playing some form of drama, daytime, nighttime, evening time, somewhere, something drama. Just give
No.
her anything drama.
You
Yes,
need to
that's
cut it
you."
out. I am not that dramatic. Whoever's
Everything,
watching, say
everything,
hello. He's lying on me.
everything
He is
drama.
lying. No, you're the one that's dramatic.
Women, it's naturally in y'all to dramatize like something very small and simple. Y'all make that shit like, oh my god, you don't know what the journey it took for me to drive home today, and you're like, what? What journey? What? There was a little traffic on the road. That's about it. Yeah, but yo, this like what? Have women, man. Oh my lord, I swear.
No, here's the funny part, right? Like when I was telling you last night about the pipe and I couldn't cry, so all I could do was go,
I heard you. You seen I didn't fall for the bullshit. You see that? I just sat you talking. That's all I did. I let you talk. You heard I was quiet. I just gave you a
yes, I
couple
was
of
just
powerful
like,
words.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know. I know. I heard your I came home and you won't believe what happened. I'm like, yo, is she crying or is she fake crying?
No, I was just having a moment, but
Listen,
it was
man.
like I wanted to cry, but I couldn't
No, you didn't
cry.
just have a moment, nigga. You had multiple moments because I'm like, well, go talk to this one real quick and call me back. And she called me right back. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Then it's like, oh, I gotta talk to my brother. I'm like, yeah, word, please go talk to your brother. I'll call you right back. And she called me like three, four times. And I'm like, oh my lord, man. I'm like, yo, I gotta sit on here. Yo, this is my friend, but geez, Louise, like, I gotta listen to this right now, and it's so. Oh, Mel, you won't believe when I came home. I'm like, oh my god, here she go. Is the bottom lip quivering right now?
Yes, it
Oh my
was.
god.
I was just having a
Oh
moment. I was
Lord.
just falling apart. I was just like, oh
Yo,
my God, I
man,
can't
yeah,
believe
falling.
this is
No, you was
happening
not
to me.
falling a goddamn part. You wasn't Humpty Dumpty, nigga, and niggas had to put you back together again. Stop. But you're dramatic, yo. The women are so dramatic. Maybach, you won't believe. Oh, I'm like, what? I'm like, here we go. Let me get myself ready. Oh, let me grab my popcorn. Yeah, I had to grab my snacks and listen to that. Yep. grab your snacks and listen to that. That's what I had to do. I'm like, yo, let me pop some popcorn real quick. Let me make sure this shit is nice and butter because this is gonna be a TG
Shut
show.
up. I listen, but my tribe had my back. To live, if you did, shout out to you for actually being kind and saying, you know what, I am so sorry this happened to you.
Oh, word. So
No,
I don't get
not
no shout
you.
out. I don't get
Shout
no
out to
shout out.
you for listening.
Oh, God damn it. I should have been first. Damn right. I should have been first. Salute to Talib, but I should have been first. God damn it. I had to hear that 3, 4 times. Multiple times.
I was like, oh my God, I
Dramatic,
can't
man.
believe this.
Listen, man. Oh my lord. Yo, you won an Oscar last night. Not Michael B. Jordan. You won the Oscar last night. Sorry, Michael B. Jordan. You came in the run-ins, but it went to Peach. God damn it. And the winner is Peach. And you being dramatic. Oh, I won. Nigga, you know you won. They called you and told you to attend the damn Oscars because they
Oh
knew you was gonna
God.
win. And you looking around like, oh, it's a shocker. Yeah, right. But got a whole speech
Oh
ready.
God, I'm going to sell my house. I can't
And you
take
had a
this
whole
anymore.
you had a whole speech ready, but you acting like you didn't know that you was gonna win. God damn it, you knew you was winning. Cause that's why you had a whole speech. First and foremost, praise the Almighty, the Most High. Second of all, praise to my tribe, my people. They had my back. Yes. Winners don't come
Yeah.
with a fucking speech, okay? When you know you're gonna win, that's why you come with a whole speech, because you know you're gonna win.
You got to
A
be a
whole
little
fucking
bit
speech.
more emotional. You got to be an emotional friend. You were supposed
So
to kind
listen,
of try to
listen.
cry with me.
No, I'm not crying with you. No, I don't know. This ain't. I'm not the OJ's. Me and my girl, we cried together. No, no. The hell? What are you talking about?
Why
I
is
had
he
to think it-
crying? What is going on here?
like no, because I know the dramatics already. I was eating my popcorn. Like I said, I let you open up. I let you pause. I let you say what you had to get off your damn chest. I let you talk. That's all I did. I stayed on mute and I gave you a couple of words of wisdom, and that was that. And my words were powerful. I'm like, hey, well, don't dwell on the negative.
Well, you were supposed to say it like 3 or 4 times on each phone call.
Oh my Lord. No, I said it one time. And like I said, I sat there and I was the good friend by listening, let you vent. That's what the freak I did. I opened the door and I told you, get some fresh air, crack your window. Go get some fresh air, damn it. Go have a
People are
snack.
really listening to us.
Like, go
I
get a
am not
damn
this
snack.
bad, y'all. No, don't
That's
let
what I
him fool
told
you.
her. I told
Don't
her,
let him
go get a
fool you.
goddamn snack. You know what you do with your kid when they bump their knee? Daddy, oh my God. You say, okay, calm the hell down. Wipe your eyes and let's go in the kitchen and go get a snack. And then that made everything feel good. You want some cups? You want some ice cream? Yes. Okay, here's a cup of ice cream. Thank you. Yeah. I told her, go
In
get a
my
damn
case, a
snack,
cup of
y'all.
ice.
I told her, yeah, in your case, a couple of I told her to go eat some fruits and she eats a cup of ice, y'all. Damn it. Exactly. HNIC is laughing.
to to live say, Ella, don't pull me in. To live, you're a part of my tribe. You helped me out last night. You were the only one that was really considerate.
What? Oh wow. Wow.
No, you tried. You
I
tried.
tried? Wow. Now
you
I tried. That's
you
not what you
you were
said earlier.
supposed to cry.
That's not what you said earlier on your
No,
live.
you are a part of my tribe. I appreciate you, but I
Li-
really wish that you would have cried with me.
Yo, you see how women do you, dog? Earlier, I was listening. I wasn't even in the chat or nothing. I wasn't on the panel. I'm like, oh shit. I just tuned in and I'm being saluted. Word. I'm like, word. And now I didn't help. That's crazy.
You were
That's
supposed to cry.
oh my no, yo,
Remember,
dog. Again,
checking
I'm
into yourself.
listen, man. I'm not
Eh,
no. I never told you that I was an OJ. I told you who my favorite artist is, Michael Jackson. I told you the girl is mine, mine, mine. But he wasn't crying. He didn't cry. He told Paul McCartney, "Yo, the girl is mine, and leave me her alone." He didn't cry. I never told you I was the OJs. No, I told you I love Teddy P. That's one of my other favorite artists. All he told you he did, he cried alone. And he was drinking. He said, last night I was doing a lot of thinking and I did a lot of drinking. But he didn't talk about crying on no phone with her while she was on the phone. Damn it. I let you vent. Get it off.
Yeah, but
That's what I did.
Talib felt a little. He was a little emotional, kind of. I could
Listen,
kind of
well,
feel it.
that's Talib. I'm Maybach now. Talib is
Talib
Talib,
was like, "Oh,
and I'm
I am
Maybach
so
now.
sorry that happened to
There you
you."
go.
It was just
All right,
so.
see? Yeah. Yeah. He was tapping in. That's what he was doing. He was
Talib
helping
said,
you.
"Why does it feel like you're using my name as a weapon?" And he started laughing.
Yeah. He was helping you because he was tapping in. That's what he do. He tap into the brain. I never profess to tap into nobody's brains. Okay. I give it how I give it. You either get it or you don't. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I bring the balance to the craziness. I'm a Libra. I'm a scale. I try to scale you out. I try to make your scale balance back again and be equal balance. That's what I do.
Okay,
Yes.
but this part, it didn't
Listen, man.
affect you or impact you.
No, because I know there was no tears coming out. It's like these people fake crying with no tears. That's what it was. You was sitting there and no tears is coming out. I'm like, okay, well, go ahead. Fake
Talib
cry.
said, "What? I didn't do that." Oh my God. What is going on with you, man? Just because you said something in a
Told you.
different way
I
doesn't
told you,
mean
you
that it didn't
dramatized. I
register
told
like
y'all
that.
this. I'm glad he said that because you try to do the same thing. I told you. You dramatized. Talking about, oh, H&IC came in here talking about, hey, Maybach, hey, Pete. No, he didn't. The nigga said Maybach 100 and peach and put a damn peach right behind your damn name. That's it.
Oh my God.
If I was, I'm doing things behind the scenes right now, guys. So if I was able to turn on my camera like I was earlier, I would have been just doing the little side eye, looking at her like, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. What was
Anybody
it?
want to come up and defend me or say anything? The link is in the chat.
Yeah, ain't
Or if
nobody
you just
coming up
want
to
to
defend
talk about
nothing.
something, but
They
because
they
no,
they
no,
gonna agree with
no.
me. They gonna talk about probably an experience they had with their female friend and say, yeah, she called me crying too, and I just was like, all right, well, okay, so you done crying? You over it now? Okay, let's move forward. All right, let's find
So
a
you trying to say
solution.
I don't cry then?
You said it yourself. You tried to cry and nothing came out. Yo, again, just because I wasn't there in the chat, typing in the chat, didn't mean I wasn't watching you live. You know I was out in the stores buying some slacks, okay, for a funeral I got coming up this week. You heard? So you know I was doing that, but I was listening. I heard you say multiple, hey guys, I tried to cry, but nothing came out. It was like I was in Arizona. It was all just desert. It was just sand. Nothing was coming out. There you go. Come
Yeah, it
on.
was a devastating. So you trying to say my moment wasn't devastating?
Listen, man, what you should have did is damn drop some clear eyes in your damn eyes and then beat your eyes like Betty Boo a couple of times, and then took a picture and said, look, I'm crying. Maybe I would have fell for that. Like, oh shit, damn. She's crying. Damn, there's a lot of tears all over her face. There's a YouTuber that do that. Salute to Jamil Peterson. He be doing that. He'll do shit about Puffy or whatever. He's a comedian. He'll tell you that. But when he first started off, he did a live where he was putting clear eyes, putting not the clear eye ones, but the ones that make your eyes get very teary. He was putting those in his eyes,
You
and people was coming
stupid.
in. Yeah,
You
people was coming in
stupid.
because they didn't see him doing it. They're like, "Yo, Jamil Peterson, yo, you crying?" He's like, yeah, I'm doing a live about surviving Puffy. He's a comedian. Salute to Jamil Peterson.
Oh
I
my
watched him.
God.
Yeah, I was there at the beginning, subscribed to his channel at the beginning. Salute to my boy, man. Yeah, I watched him grow his channel. You know what I'm saying? He had beef with Hassan Campbell real quick, and he had to tell Hassan, I'm only doing this to get subscribers and viewers. He's one of those guys. He'll tell you what he's doing. There's a method to his madness. But salute to that brother, man. I saw
Well,
him
I'm
come
calling
up.
Hassan Campbell. Maybe he feels sorry for me.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
Hassan. Oh
Mm,
my God.
Listen, New Yorkers are real tough, man. They will tell you to toughen up. Because to them, if it's a male, they the strongest Negroes in the damn United States or the whole world. And it's like, nah, brother, there's some real warriors out there, man. You know what I mean? But again, and some of the women too. You know,
Look,
yeah,
I can't believe to live threw me on the butts about what I didn't do that. You were very
yeah,
compassionate to live.
yeah, yeah, whatever. Women are
Well,
so
let's
dramatic.
or it felt that way. I
Again,
don't fucking know.
again, the way you told the story, listen, if I didn't know you, I would have fell for every line, every word you said. The way you explained how the stuff was damaged, you would have thought your whole house was coming apart. Every screw was unscrewing, every bolt was popping out, every pipe burst, every wall fell down, every ceiling came down, according to you. But again, I know you, so I
No, I
know how
did
you speak.
not. No, I
Listen,
did
man.
not. I did
Yeah, all
not,
right,
Mel.
okay.
Stop
All right.
lying.
Well, listen, man.
I
Hey, well, you
said,
listen, you can believe what you want to believe. I know what I know. Okay. So there's a difference in that, sweetheart. But yeah, according to you, if I didn't know you, I would have really been like, yo, I gotta fly out there and help this girl because her whole house is about to come down. The way you talk, it's like, yo, there's a crack in the foundation and shit might is leaning to the side a little bit, and the fucking furniture in the house is sliding to the side that's leaning down. And for real, it was like dramatized like that. But I just was like eating my popcorn once at a time, and I'm just listening. I let you vent, get it all out, you know what I'm saying? But you come on this platform and want to lie and say you wasn't a real friend. All right, whatever. Again,
no, you
lights,
were.
camera,
It just should have been more
and
compassionate.
listen, lights, camera, action for you.
And you should have just cried with me a
Listen,
little bit.
you should know I'm tough with my little ones, and they little. All right, they little, and I was compassionate. Yo, you want it done the way you want it done. You just did a whole live talking about that. You want things done your way or no way. That's the problem. I was compassionate. It just wasn't to your liking. That's
No,
all.
you
You
was
know?
very compassionate. Your voice was very monotone and slow and soft. Okay.
Yeah. No, you wanted the OJs. Oh, cry. Me and my friend, we cried together. That's what you was looking for. That's what the fuck you was looking
Next
for.
time I'm gonna go live, something happen, I'm just gonna come on here and maybe
Yeah, you do
Frank
that.
or
Go ahead. You
somebody
do
will
that.
be like,
Yeah,
"You
go
okay,
ahead.
Peach?"
Yeah, you do that. There's a lot of them that do that. And then you find out it was a whole goddamn play they was running. Yep, just to
And
get
T
views up.
Wriggles and shit be like, "Oh, it's okay, Peach."
Yep. No, T. Riggles would have been laughing. All right? He would have been laughing. People like, Peach. Now what? What did you say again, Peach? Yeah.
That's terrible.
Listen, man. That's what it is.
That's terrible. That's terrible. We got to be more loving to each other.
Yeah.
But we've been doing here forever laughing. This has been an amazing evening. We done got cussed out by a boomer. We got attacked for being Caribbean, of Caribbean descent. We done argue about where the Caribbean was. Um,
They don't like the foreigners right now. It's high tension. So they got us divided. They got people thinking, they better than us. So we got to watch out in these YouTube streets and these social media. You know, I guess you
yeah,
can't be. Don't be too proud. Don't be a proud Jamaican, and I guess I can't be a proud Haitian. I guess, right?
I'm
I gotta
just
watch out.
wondering where are these places? Like the way
I,
it was as if Haiti is over there on the other side of Africa. I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
it's
it's not
just
part of the United States, I guess. Yeah, it's
it's
like
just all the way on the other side of
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I guess I gotta drop that 1804. I gotta move careful. I gotta be I gotta stay vigilant and move militant.
you gonna get deported. You gonna get
They probably
deported. I'm gonna
calling
get
ICE on us
deported.
right now. They calling ICE on us. They still live. They live right now. They live right now. His YouTube page is Maybach Mal 1804. And hers is PGNT. Yep. Go get them.
It's
Go get them.
ridiculous.
Go get them. Go get them. You know they're
Yeah,
giving like $10,000, right? For everyone that gets deported, they're getting $10,000. I heard. So, you know,
for real. Like if you call
yeah,
and
yeah, and they really deport. This is what they said. I don't know if people. I don't personally know anybody that actually got paid, because I definitely would bring them up here to interview them, and tell them I need to see receipts, cover your information up, but let's see the receipt. But I heard they was giving $10,000 or $5,000, some type of form of money for every person. Yeah, and it's not one time. It's not like you get paid. Like say you call ICE on 5 people and they just pay you one time. I heard it's every single time. Yeah, you call on these people, you get paid. So, you know.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how true it was, but the reports was out there that they're gonna stop paying people, to do that, to tell.
Oh,
You know
well
what I
then I
mean?
need to have my family deport. We deport ourselves and then
And bring them back.
yeah, and then y'all
Oh,
just
you
pick
oh,
me
you didn't
up.
hear this too? And this is what I say, where me being the person that I am, when I see something, I automatically go research it, right? So when I did my research and I went down the rabbit hole, the not a prime minister, but somebody that was working in the embassy for Haiti, a Haitian person, was selling Haitian identification to guess who? Dominicans. So there's a lot of Dominicans who came through on the Biden project into the United States. Facts. And he got busted. He actually got arrested for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got arrested for this. And he's selling it to Dominicans to use Haitian identification. So they coming under here as Haitian. So imagine what other countries where a Guatemalan come under a Mexican, or a Colombian comes through and they claim Trinidadian, or Bayesian or Jamaican. So again, when they telling you this much Haitians came through here, is the numbers really, real, because people are using Haitian identity and other nationalities' identity to come through here. Again. And that's why I be telling people, do your research, man. Don't buy what people are selling, man. If you notice that they telling you this is a Gucci bag, but the G fell off and it says Uchi, why are you buying it? Who wants to walk around with a bag that's saying without the Gucci on it, without the G on it?
Look,
Hi.
my granddaughter wants to say hi.
What's up? How you doing? How you doing? I can't hear her. She's muted.
It's
Say
this.
hi. Go ahead.
Now we can
Hi.
hear her. Yeah, hi. Hi. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. There you
She
go.
turned
There
the
you go.
sound down. That's
Yeah.
why she was muted.
Oh, okay.
She, she is a hot mess. She just messed with the sound. You gonna be a content creator? She said probably. She likes creating
Mm,
content. She's
mm,
funny.
that's what's up. That's what's up. See, that's what they do. Hi. That's it. Hi.
Oh no, she has a whole lot of stuff she would like to say,
I
but
know.
I got her off the microphone.
Yeah.
She's pretty voced out.
I heard her before when you was on the phone and she's in the
Oh yeah,
background.
she had
They
said
got a
some
whole lot to
stuff.
say until the camera's on their face. You know what I mean? When the camera's on, it's a whole nother, the shyness come out and all of this other stuff. The minute the camera's off, then you hear the real them, you know. Ah, That's funny.
Well, let
But
me tell you a little joke that my granddaughter said, y'all, since we talking about her. She's too funny. She asked me, was someone a replacement for someone else?
that's crazy.
I was like, what?
That's wild.
You made tea?
That's wild.
Oh, okay. She made some tea. You sharing it with the whole content? I mean, the chat or something? She said she doesn't have enough for
I don't know.
everybody.
Yeah.
Kids are awesome. Oh my God. What is everybody doing on this Saturday?
Chilling,
Everybody
doing some.
looking at us. Look at they're crazy as hell. This is what they do on the telephone. Just be talking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh well, I might as well come to Boston and get some dinner.
Oh my. So you flying to a whole nother state for some food when you got food restaurants in your own state. That is wild.
No, but there's not a Mel in this state that's gonna cook.
Oh man. So I'm your personal chef. You know you got to pay for that, right?
I'll give you $1.
Nah. Yo, listen. This ain't no early 1900 type of contract. You don't pay me a fucking dollar. Dollar don't go nowhere no more. This ain't back in the 80s where we could take a dollar and go to the corner store and get up and come off, a bunch of snacks and all that. And ain't those times no more.
Well, you know what? If people go by stereotypes, they probably think people from, the Caribbean to take $5 and do anything.
Well, they got a whole nother thing. That's what they believe. That's what they believe and think. That's crazy to think that. You know, you got
Hmm.
chefs. You got chefs going over people's crib getting like 50,000 for a month. You know what I'm saying? So 50,000 a month to chef up. Remember Cardi B's baby daddy? Remember he had a lawsuit with his chef, and that's what he was paying her a month, 50,000 a month to prep his meals and cook his meals for him. So you know,
Talib is in a case conference.
oh, he
That's why
can't. Yeah, he
Talib
can't come
hasn't
up here
been
and
up here.
expose you. He can't. Yeah, he's
To
scared.
live is not going to expose me. To
He's
live is on
sparing
my
you.
side.
Nah, he's telling you like, yo, I can't come up here and tell you to your face that yo, you're lying. Yeah, I didn't sound like that. Hmm.
Oh my God. Y'all are my tribe. Why do I have so many men in my tribe? What's going on?
As you need to hear the real sometimes. Y'all women, we not all, but for the most part, some, they don't tell it how it is or how it's supposed to be. You get a watered down version, you know.
No,
Uh,
I need to get me some other people in my tribe. Is Frank anywhere around? Do you wanna well, you a man. How about to say, uh Frank, do you want to be in my tribe? And would you be a little bit more nicer?
oh Lord.
Talib said, tell her, Mel. No, you supposed to be on my side. Oh
And
my
again,
God.
that's what makes that's what makes this friendship so real again, because you're yourself, I'm myself. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, to certain people, they think we don't get along, or they think we bump heads and they don't understand, like, you know, that we built the foundation and we cool these few years and we learn each other. Like you just did a live talking about learning your friend and learning who, you're in a relationship with. You gotta learn each other, and know, you know. That's why, we some people when they meet someone, they feel like, yo, there's a title for it. I forgot what it is. When you feel like you've known this person for a long ass time, but you really just met them. So they saying it's like the souls met before. I believe, is that what it is? Like the souls
What are you
met before?
talking about? Like a reincarnation, like you were in the
Like
past
when you
life
just
with the
meet
person?
somebody, right? You meet somebody and y'all having a conversation, and y'all relating. Y'all have like, like-minded. Y'all share
Yeah,
common interests and things, and then you're like, yo, I feel like I've met you before or I've known you, you know, again. But the person that you actually do know for a long time, you may not feel like you know them or they know you really. You could be in a
right.
relationship with somebody, yeah, and the person don't even know you, but you're in a
Right.
whole relationship with them. But yet this person just meets you and gets you and know you. And you haven't even known the person for that long. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm speaking about.
Yeah, that's a good space, because even when we started talking on the phone, we would talk for hours and then like, damn, we was just been talking for hours. What the hell is wrong? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
That's when you click with somebody though. That you can be on the phone for hours. It's not dead, it's not boring. You could speak about everything and anything. You share things in common, even the things that we don't share in common, but we respect each other's views on certain things. You get what I'm saying? Like on things. So again, that's what makes it dope. Because there's a lot of people that can't agree to disagree. You know, there's disrespected, yelling like, "Oh, how do you believe in them going up to the moon? You're trying to tell me they went to the moon?" And then they get mad, and now they hanging up, mad, and never talking to each other. You know, for like a couple of weeks or months or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Now that's where you get animated. You saying
what?
I'm dramatic, but you get animated. When you
Yeah,
got a
because
point, you get animated as hell. I'll be on the phone like, yo, this dude is animated.
but let's not talk about you. But yes, I believe in what I don't want to believe. I know what I know, and it'd be crazy that when you talking to somebody or they ask you a question and you telling them what it is, and they believe what they've been indoctrinated to believe. I find that to be crazy.
Oh
And then when
yeah,
you're trying
you
to
go
tell,
in.
and then when you're trying to tell them what it is, and they trying to tell you, no, it's not. Don't ask me something, and that's the worst. Don't ask me, and then I'm telling you what it is, and you're getting upset. Yeah, I could be animated, but again, don't ask me, and then you don't like what I say. You know,
That's
like I
it.
just
That's all. That's it.
let's
That's
not talk
all.
about that. You're Miss Dramatic. You're dramatic. Your stories be super dramatic. That's why I know you well enough to be like, oh yeah, it didn't happen that way, but it's okay. It's all right.
Oh, so
Mhm.
you saying my hallway fall was a dramatization when you
What? It
cussed me
wasn't?
out? Talking about, why would you do that, dude? Why would you
No.
do
I
that?
don't understand how the falls that you be having, how that even happened. It don't make sense to me. For somebody always falling. Like, how you always falling? You're not even old. You're not even elderly. Do I need to get you a cane? Yeah, y'all, let's start the GoFundMe. We need to get Peach a cane, y'all. We need to start a GoFundMe. Yeah.
Oh
But she's
no.
always falling down. Always falling down. Oh, I was stepping out my truck, Maybach, and you won't guess what happened. I'm like, yeah, what?
I
Please, what happened?
fell.
Yeah, you fell again. Oh, poor boo boo. Yeah, and get mad because I don't sympathize. I'm like, yo, how can you fall when you open your truck door, steps pull out? How you? Oh well, I slipped and missed a step. How do you miss a whole step and say it wasn't there when you looked down, but then it magically disappeared? What? What are you talking about? So it was there, but then it magically disappeared as you were stepping. It just wasn't there no more. Well, I counted five when I was approaching it. Yeah. How do you approach some steps? You counted five, but then when you went to step, it was four. Like what? Come on now. What? They changed the timeline on your ass? They Mandela affect your ass with the
Oh
stairs?
no. Listen,
Like
y'all.
what?
Okay. So the check-in was born because I had an accident in my house. I fell in the hall. I came out the basement and I fell down holding some picture frames. And I fell on my knee and my right hand. Like I bounced off my knee, like boom, and bounced up, and then it said, "Bump this! I'm not falling on my knee again. Let me grab myself with my hand," and then crack,
Yeah.
and then I
What I
flipped
tell
over and
y'all?
was just laying there.
But did I tell y'all dramatized?
But
Dramatized.
that's
First
what
and foremost.
happened.
First and foremost, right, y'all? She didn't even really get in depth with it. She was carrying way too many pictures and picture frames. Way too much at one time. So it blinded her sight to see down on the floor. So explain it right. And then talking about boom. boom, I bounced like a basketball. Like, stop it.
I bounced off my knee.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to get physical therapy. And so then, during the physical therapy piece, I had to be home for what was like 2 months. And then that's when, we just start talking about on the phone, talking about business ideas, talking about different things, talking about live streaming. We were just talking about all kinds of stuff. It was just crazy. I'm like, okay, I got somebody to keep me company. So yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I hurt myself. Now, if you're wondering if I broke anything, no, I did not. But it hurt.
Now, the new rumor is gonna be that we're dating now, right?
Why? Because I fell in the hallway.
What? What's that got to do with rumor?
I don't know, because I was just talking about how
You
I
just
fell
said
in the
we be on the
hallway.
phone. You said we be on the phone and we talk and all of that, and we talk about
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying. You know how people are.
Okay, well then we're dating. Then bump it. Then if they want to feel that way, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
You know how I am. I love it. I'll give them something to watch and something to talk about too. Give them something to talk about.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we was just at the Trump Tower, for Valentine's Day anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Drinking fifths of Hennessy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We took some E-pills.
Mm-hmm. It's getting it in. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. We had sex for 15 hours and we jumped out the fucking window.
Mm-hmm. And we still here.
No parachute.
Yeah. We're Caribbean, so we did voodoo. That's why we still here. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Jump clean out the window. Boop.
Yep. Landed on both of our feet, right? Mm-hmm.
No, actually, I landed on my fun bags in the front. They saved
Mm.
me.
Yep. They inflated. Super parachute. Mm-hmm. That's what parachute is now. That's what helped us slow down. It worked like them balloons. What they call them big balloons again?
The parachute?
No,
Oh, the
the ones
air
that the people
balloon.
ride in.
Oh, the air balloons.
The air balloon. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Hello, people watching us. Say hello. I know y'all like, what in the heck are they talking about? And if you're just walking in, you probably done stepped in and heard us say, yeah, we're dating, and then ran out, and y'all probably running to tell the nearest person that knows us that, oh, those two are dating. I heard them, without
Mm-hmm.
listening to the context of all of it.
Oh, nah. They didn't do that. They clipped it already. They clipped it. So they can have the audio. That's what they did. They clipped it already.
Oh,
You
shoot.
know, you know how they do on YouTube.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. And this fantasy relationship that we have. We done did a lot of things in this fantasy relationship. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, we have 2 children. Did you tell them that we have 2 children, Mel? Melette and Mel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that really wasn't your granddaughter. That was our baby.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Melette.
Mm-hmm.
Meletta.
That was my daughter, Malella.
Oh, God. Uh-huh. And Mel is such an awesome person. He just rubs my feet a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he sings in Spanish because he knows Spanish too. So he hit that little
Mm-hmm.
poppy vibe every now and again and be singing and dancing.
I'm bilingual. Y'all already know Haitian and Spanish. Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Uh-huh. Oh, and he could braid hair too. When I take this wig off, he give me some straight backs.
Cornrows. Mm-hmm. Cornrows or French rolls. Mm-hmm. Got you looking like Queen Latifah and set it off.
Yeah, I'm ready to set it the fuck off. See, right now I look like I wanna be a dom piece and model, but when I take this off, I'm setting it the fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Yo, she's completely bald.
Why does food tell people I'm completely bald? Crazy. So crazy. I'm completely bald. Wait a minute. Mel must be over there munching. Well, I'm about to get off the live, everybody. Y'all have an awesome, awesome evening. Mel done got off here. It was fun. Thank y'all for tapping into our soapbox on this glorious Saturday. Um, Again, this is my normal Saturday check-in. I didn't think it would go this long, where we just actually share our week and share a moment. What was your mission of the day? What was your moral? And then we kind of went left and right and left just to say something. So, but with that being said, y'all have a fabulous evening. If I have time later, maybe we'll pop a topic and just come back on and chat with you guys. We hope you had a great time and have fun with us. Talk to y'all later.